Welcome, Noah.
Say
Bring
the
us
gamer
back
word.
in.
Awful, thank you. Yeah. So, a lot's happened, to put
Yep.
it mildly.
Mildly.
I almost got away.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Then you gave up your chance.
Fair.
And then through a series of unfortunate rolls, me and Arby got caught.
Hey, the funniest unfortunate rolls ever, though. Let's be honest here.
You had a seizure for 8 rounds.
Fuck,
Yep.
The most holy fuck, what luck type shit.
Yep.
Oh my god, yeah. So, yeah, we're ready to roll some dice and get back into it. Would somebody like to give the recap, or?
Sure. So last time, we finally managed to work our way out of the dungeon. After all of us finally just went, fuck this, we're done. Went up a cave and managed to find an exit. Unfortunately, said exit was directly into the rear guard of the goblin army. Trying to use a distraction with poor little Bubba, we tried to escape, only to fail horribly after a couple poor rolls and the chaos table being a dick.
I completely forgot Bubba got instantly annihilated.
Yep.
Poor Bubba. Oh my god.
Bubba got wrecked.
Bubba.
He literally got summoned to die.
To be fair, that's what happens 9 times out of 10.
I don't think Bubba even recognized what happened. Like, all of a sudden dead.
Yeah, no, like
You told him fire breath, and then it's you know what meme it reminds me of? It's the meme where like they show a video and then it's click and they're suddenly standing in front of Heaven's Gates.
Yeah.
It's just that with Bubba.
Yep.
See, my brain went in the total, like, cartoony, dumb fashion. I was imagining Bubba does fire in the laser and then just blows
Ooh.
everything into smithereens.
Whoa, that's a callback and a half. If I ever
God,
heard
that's
one.
an old one.
We're old. Woo!
I am only 21.
Yeah, 22 as of last week.
Oh yeah.
23.
Speaking of
happy
which,
belated
how was
birthday.
your guys' trip to the land of municipal drugs?
Oh, it was pretty fun. My knees hurt because I fell a lot and they were bruised like a brothel worker.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, it was fun.
Was it a lot of hiking or?
Mostly just snowboarding.
Oh yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, on the topic of us being old, I saw a video where somebody was reacting to a TikTok where some younger person, I don't know, like maybe 14, 15, was complaining and wondering why no one's invented something kind of like a cell phone that's just in your house that anyone can
Oh my
use.
god, I've seen it.
And I wanted
They were
to
just
die.
describing a landline.
They were.
Yeah.
They were legitimately just describing a landline. I've seen that, and you have no idea. Like, oh my god, the amount of old comments in the comment section, and I literally when I saw that, this was at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I looked at that. I turned off my phone, like full on shut down. Put it on my nightstand, and I proceeded to just lay there and stare at the ceiling, contemplating how am I that old?
Oh, that's rough. James, you having trouble logging in?
He just typed in that he wasn't able. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, yeah, he did have a sinus infection. It's fine. I've mostly got this figured out for just 3 people though. So
we're gonna die.
Yep.
So yeah.
I wrote that.
You've already made your peace.
Yeah,
Said a
I
prayer.
have.
Yep.
I'm actually like kind of quasi in the process of leveling up my next character already.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I mean,
All
well, the
right.
thing is, right?
I want to
Also,
live.
well, I don't want to die, but here's the thing. Here's the difference between you and me. You don't dry out.
Fair.
I
Yeah,
I am
but
already under
Minthro
1
does
point of
starve.
exhaustion.
Yeah. Yeah, I starve and it takes me 10 minutes to get out of my armor.
Woo!
Yeah, but you're gonna get food. I don't think I'm ever gonna get the ability to
Or
stay in
not,
water.
because they just see a giant robot. It looks like a warforged. They're like, it doesn't need to eat. It's whatever. I have to fucking sneak food to you.
All right, so shall we get into it?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay. It's been maybe less than 3 hours since you've been captured. Night has started to yawn into morning as you all are, well, bound and gagged to those of you who can do magic. In fact, you are put with the rest of the slaves and started carting up north. You're not sure where, but northward is probably the general gist you can get from just looking up at the stars and assigning which direction the moon is and what time of day it is. Within the 3 hours, you are placed down and processed, almost like cattle. Minthro, you and Arby, funnily enough, are both taken aside as to your mechanical appearance. They think it will be fine just to disassemble some parts so you're easier to manage.
Oh, hell no. There are dead goblins everywhere.
there there has been, yes, but you are currently bound and shackled. Yeah, no. So why don't we go ahead and play that out real quick? So you and Arby are kind of pulled aside from the other group, mainly kept about 5 feet away by man catchers as 3 goblins push and prod you around. Excuse me. And one of these goblins comes up, and he appears to have like all sorts of metal bits and rings around his fingers that seem to have corresponding tools. Like the index finger seems to be kind of a corkscrew, but the middle finger is a screwdriver, and all sorts of different gadgets for each finger. And as he approaches, you can hear in Goblin. I know how many of you know Goblin?
I
Only
don't.
Just
Alwyn.
Alwyn did. Only Alwyn did.
Mm. Cool. Um, so you see him approach, and he has this kind of gnarled appearance, basically like the goblin version of a raisin, with how wrinkled and dried up he looks. As he approaches, and you hear him you see him put one finger up to his lips, pretty much picking his nose, his large pointed nose, as he makes a shh noise to you.
Since I am technically inside Mint, or Mint is technically inside Throw, can I cast Thunderwave still?
So how we've been ruling this, you are currently in your suit of armor, therefore you are like in a neural link situation.
Okay.
So
Okay, I get
I
you.
would say if you want to do that, you'd have to, get out of your armor.
Start the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So yes, you can if you are no longer in your armor.
Can I instead do an athletics check to try to break the restraints?
Not an athletics check. I need you to make a sleight of hand check, actually.
Ooh, why that?
These are heavy metal restraints. It's more likely that you're going to slip out of them than actually break them.
19.
19. Where did I put statistics for handcuffs?
I got a +0. That's about as good as it's getting.
Yeah. Do.
One more.
Why
level
do I
until you
write
flash your
things
genius.
in 3 separate books? 3 separate books.
3 separate books.
There we go. DC 20. Nope.
Damn it!
That
If
sucks.
you had a plus in Dex.
That's rough. Sorry,
That
Chief.
is so rough.
I needed nat 20 for that.
You
I guess
specifically
so.
needed a nat 20, yes.
You specifically. It'd probably be a lot easier for a rogue.
It actually wouldn't be. It'd be
Oh,
an
that's
18
rough.
for me.
Well, I guess the one problem with having mechanical hands is they're not
Okay.
super malleable. Once you try and pull one out, the goblin attendants immediately see this and use one of these man catchers to immediately shove you to the ground.
All right. But hear me out. I have the armor that allows me to add my intelligence to my strength modifier.
Yes.
Would I be able to basically buck them off?
This sounds like more so a grappling check. But yeah, no, I'll let you try and rebuff being grappled. They
That's the
have
grappling
3
check.
goblins with man catchers. That means they each have advantage on grappling you.
Alright. I get to add +5 to this.
Okay.
Never mind.
Never mind what. Oh,
He has an 11.
I mean
11.
that's not terrible. What's their strength? I mean, they each have a +1. It's they could all fail. Statistically improbable, but
The first one, nat 20s.
no, but it's still not a success. I mean, a 9 + 1 is still a 10. Cha-cha-cha. But a 15 will do
There
it.
you go.
So, yeah.
You
try
were the
and
one
resist.
rolling, so I knew it was low chance.
Yeah. I should probably switch out my lucky dice every once in a while.
You should, but you're not going to.
It's more entertaining if I don't.
I know.
Anyways. So no, 3 man catchers pin you down to the ground as this goblin gets closer. He's tall for a goblin, maybe around, you'd say, 4 feet. And he approaches you and starts going ahead and prodding at your arm sockets where your shoulders meet your arms.
In
would
common,
you-
I will say, you will all die.
You wouldn't want me to slip, so stop resisting. And he starts using his very tool fingers to start unscrewing and unlatching your arms from your torso.
Fun.
Fun. At the end of this,
What
he
a way to
does-
disarm me.
Quite literally.
Yeah, no, literally disarm you. Once one arm is off, he goes ahead and straps it to the small of your back, as to, keep the correct part with the
Together.
correct thing.
Well, at least there's that.
Once he gets to the other arm, he kind of leans in once again and says, "You'll fetch us a fine penny, but I'd rather disassemble you myself."
You could really use a hand right now, huh?
Alwyn Crom. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to change that name, aren't we?
Yep.
I sent a picture and memes to the dungeon. I think it's very relatable.
Please.
If only we could
Please.
palm you the key.
Shut the fuck up.
What's upsetting me is I'm trying to come up with them, and it's like they're not coming to me, but they're coming to him.
Yeah. Once both arms are taken off, and quite cleanly, you might remark, they seem to be. It's not like it's some scrapper, or I forgot to put the music on. It's not like some scrapper came around and started like tearing you limb from limb. No, this is very delicate work, and he seems to be treating it as such. It seems to be quite the process of taking his time and making sure he's taking it apart piece by piece. And you see him like at points take mental notes of what part goes to what before marking it with a little bit of red chalk and then putting it in a bag.
There is just seething hatred emanating from this armor.
It's understandable. What music did I want to put on for this? I can't remember.
Probably some melancholy bullshit.
Yeah, probably something like that.
I'm guessing Arby's going through the same thing as well.
Yeah. He is going through quite literally the exact same thing. There it is. I was wondering why it was so quiet. All right. Yep. You have been disarmed along with Arby.
That was underhanded.
Underhanded, maybe, but probably the smartest way to keep you from casting spells, especially any with somatic components, as they don't seem to be able to know how to gag you. But yeah, no, they do the same thing upon Arby, and once done, the three goblins with the man catchers throw you in with the rest of the rest of the captured and enslaved peoples of this land. There's quite a few with very the big variety in characters around here. Fortunately, it is about morning time, so as you are thrown into a small circle surrounded by guards, they are starting to serve out the morning meals. Yeah.
How is Brix doing post seizure?
I don't imagine well. As anybody who's had a seizure could probably tell you, doesn't feel great.
Yeah. I'm also curious. What we discussed last time, does he remember anything?
As of right now, not quite. For the most part, just really kind of a bit fuzzy. Like it has been 3 hours to collect yourselves, but you are still dehydrated and not in the best state for really consolidating your thoughts and feelings of the past 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So yeah, Brix Bricks is obviously like he's dry at this point. Starting to prune around some of like his fingers and stuff like that, and very lethargic.
Okay, yeah. In this group of captured refugees, there are quite a few different characters. One of which seems to be a porcelain doll with the faintest outcroppings of mold, moss, something like that. You're not quite certain, but they seem to have gagged it somehow and bound it as well as you have been. After all, they saw you use magic, therefore assumed that, you know, gagging you and keeping you bound would probably be the best way from keeping you from casting spells. With that, do you want to introduce your character, Noah?
Oh, my bad. I was waiting for someone else to say something.
I mean, we're all gagged. Like we can't say anything.
That's true. Are there other?
Did they put me around them, or am I in a different area still?
No, you have been released back into the group, back into the fray.
So it's just kind of sitting there slumped against the wall, and then the doll just stands up, walks over, and just who am I looking at right now? Bricks?
Probably.
Probably.
Bricks would have popped up first.
Okay. So gonna look at you, Bricks, and then shrugs its shoulders, and you just start to see like little black flecks go down its body, off its feet, and then up to you as they climb into your ear. And hello.
Did not
little...
think of a
hello?
character voice.
No, that's not what it was. It was
He was working up to it.
yeah. Oh, hello, little friend. Can you hear me?
Bricks is staring at you in abject horror.
I know. A lot of people tend to have the same. I'm assuming you're a person of some kind at least. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Probably would have ate you. Still
Bricks
might.
rolls his eyes.
Though, still, nonetheless, many tend to be startled by when I do this. Don't mind my little friends that climbed in there. They're it's just me helping us communicate. What's your name?
You watch as Bricks kind of chews on the gag for a second.
Oh, don't worry. You can still talk to me. Just think the words instead.
Hello?
There you are.
Oh,
one more time.
God.
What's your name?
God, it's like I'm talking to the gods again. My name's Bricks.
Hi, Bricks. I don't really have a name, but my old friends used to call me Poope. Listen, I did some research for this, alright? I know. Weird name. But an old elf there, it said it meant doll where he was from, so it kind of stuck. For reasons that you can quite obvious reasons. So, they captured you too, huh? Well, welcome to this club. I mean, don't worry, they'll feed you and stuff. Just, make sure not to cause any trouble, and they treat you, I wouldn't say humanely, but well enough.
In the background, you hear somebody getting beaten.
Oh, that's Todd. Yeah, he tries to escape pretty often, so his is a little bit worse.
Poor Todd.
Bricks is just sitting there. Well, I'm gonna die.
Not true. Again, unless they eat you, but you could be useful to somebody. I mean, somewhere.
Bricks
Who
just
knows?
looks at you, and you can just tell his eyes just kind of glazed over. I'm going to die.
No, of course not. You probably can't tell, but I am smiling at you. Here, this should help. As the image of the doll you're staring at appears in your mind, with us waving at you, smiling, and giving you a thumbs up.
I love
Please.
him.
Please get out of my head. I already have like 4 things in here.
Hey, 5 heads is better than 1. Isn't that what they say?
Now!
I'm pretty sure that was started by Ettins, and they don't even agree with it.
Well, look. If that's not helping, I mean, to cheer up your mood, watch. I can make it do a little dance. It's just gonna start doing a little jig in your head, kind of dancing.
You watch as Bricks just violently starts rubbing his ear hole into the ground trying to get the mushrooms out.
Hey, look, that's probably not gonna work. Unless you spend a lot of time in the water, it probably won't wash out. And by the time you get to that point, I'll be too far into your brain, so you'll be stuck with me.
Bricks just breaks down crying.
The image changes to like a worried face, kind of like waving his hands, like no. It's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you upset. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. Though, what are you? You look
I'm an axolotl.
Axel. Is that like a? Are you kind of like a salamander or a frog in some way?
I'm told that we're distantly related to salamanders.
Well, I've seen these frog people before, and they always tend to spend a lot of time in the water. Otherwise,
Don't
they
get me
got
started
really
with the
sick.
frog people. They're assholes.
I've heard that too.
Every
Grung.
time we try to get, some food, expand our hunting grounds a little bit, they always push us back saying, no, we need more. We have more young. I don't care. We've been starving for 500 years.
That's
Damn.
quite disappointing. But what kind of? We're in like a building type deal, right?
No.
Right now you are kind of in like a fenced off like circle of pretty much just like, you can think of it kind of as just like a ring of barbed wire keeping you guys in, along with near constant patrols of guards.
Okay. Well,
So
follow
we're
me real
sitting
quick.
in the corner just with this look of defeat.
Follow me real quick, Bricks. See, it's a bit of an angle over here in the ground, so all the water tends to collect there. There's not much left, but there's mud, so I mean, it might help. You're looking a little flaky, so thought something with moisture might help.
You watch as Bricks turns his body, and it's just the fucking... Like, I can't believe I'm referencing this. But the very start of Rango, like when it first gets to the desert, the
Oh yeah.
the massive full body flake.
Yeah.
Or it's it's
I wanna
like when
imagine
he
you-
immediately gets out into the desert and does the big gulp.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, I know it's not what you guys are used to, I'm sure, but
You watch as Bricks
It's
inchworms his way over.
there you go, just a little bit farther. How wide is this like fenced in area? How like diameter wise?
This is probably a for the sake of brevity and because I don't want to do a circle because it's a pain in the ass to measure. It's easy to measure. What am I doing? But let's just say it's we'll say it's a 30-foot radial circle.
Okay.
So 60-foot diameter.
Okay. I'm assuming we're like towards the center of it, or like by the opening, the gate.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. All right. Try not to get too far. You get a little blurry when you go that far.
He's just in the fucking shit.
In the mud.
It probably is literal shit.
I mean, maybe, but
No, actually, goblins don't use a lot of livestock other than wargs. So it's probably just like a very, like a puddle full of ash. Just.
he
Yeah.
said puddle. I didn't. Therefore, there's water. Cannon.
How deep
Fair
is
point.
it?
Yep. I don't know. It's a puddle. It's not like a
Just roll-
pothole.
It's
Just roll around in it.
Yeah,
Just
roll around in it.
soak it up. Like,
It's not going to help. I need to be fully submerged.
You know, could add a couple minutes.
So yeah, he's just in the mud, just it's like kind of there rolling, but then he just kind of stops and he's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna die." Because I'm already halfway to my second point.
Don't worry, you won't die. I don't know why I'm yelling. I don't need to in here.
Just in your head.
I love the idea of telepathy, like the epitome of just, being calm, collected, and just talking to somebody through their mind, just shouting at them as if their own thoughts weren't bad enough. But yes. Anyways, yes. Are you doing anything, Mint, other than sulking?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of angry sulking over in like the corner. Eventually though, I would stand up and I'd walk over to them
Mm-hmm.
after all that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no. A robotic humanoid approaches the two of you. Bricks, you're familiar with Minthro, but this is Boupé's first encounter with such creature.
Yep.
I think at first you don't know whether your spores will really connect at first. But I think you just, your upbeat personality, you just might as well give it a shot.
Yeah. So you just see like Poupée is gonna walk up to you and just kind of look at you for a second, shrug again, and he's gonna grab you on the shoulder, and you're just gonna see black slither into you, start kind of moving around within throw.
I want to imagine Mitt just fist fighting this thing inside.
Yeah, it crawls up to you. Yeah, it's just like crawling up to you. It's like what the fuck's going on? And then it drops a little bit on you, and then slithers back onto Poupée. Hello.
Hell was that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You picked up on this a lot sooner than our friend over there. Yeah, so don't need to actually speak. Just, think about the words. It'll work. My name's Poupée. It's Doll in Elven, I've told. But, who knows?
Actually speak Elvish, is it?
I'm thinking it's like a dialect.
I mean...
DM,
yeah.
What kind of insult is it?
No, it does mean dull, but the connotation of this particular one kind of it more so means like shell or empty shell, something like that. You'd call it pipe, like a snail shell that you found in the woods, right?
Right.
Hi. What? If you don't mind me asking, what's your name, little one inside of machine?
I'd prefer if you keep down on that.
Keep down. I can't even speak, so it's okay.
Fair enough. My name is Mint. The armor that I am wearing is Throw.
Ah, nice to meet you, Mint. Nice to meet you, Throw.
Man, I'd like to think over Pupe's fucking shoulder, you just see Bricks in the mud, just banging his head against the fucking ground.
Starts just digging as much as possible, trying to see if there's any sort of water, like, underneath, like, actual water underneath.
You just see like his tail flailing while the head is just scooping like you would see out of a fucking boar.
Don't mind him. I told him there was some moisture over there. I'm hoping it would help him. So,
Alright.
my name's Pupe, as I've already said. But, what were you guys doing here? How did you get captured, I guess is what I'm asking.
We blew some of their shit up. They didn't like it. They caught us.
Oh, well, alright, language, but okay.
I brought them here.
Yes, you did.
I didn't mean to.
Villain origin story.
Oh, good, you both already figured out how to talk to each other. It's how some group of other prisoners around here say it's really helpful for something they say rebellion. I don't know, but so you guys figured that out quick. Are you used to talking this way, or he's just kind of like looking over Throw, just kind of inspecting you, walking around?
My arms are just duct taped to my back.
Oh, I see they, no pun intended, but they disarmed you quite well, I see.
Yes.
Don't worry. There's a couple tinkerers that are in here. I'm sure they can help.
Yes.
There is a tinkerer in here.
Mint is just
You are
fucking
Quite astute.
Mint is just quietly livid.
Here.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, life's work disarmed in an afternoon. Yeah, kind of irritated.
What you spent years working on, the goblin figured out in like a couple minutes.
yeah.
We had to
this
restore it. He
was like
just
genuinely
disarmed it.
like this was like genuinely like maybe an hour, 2 hours work just figuring out how to like take the thing apart.
Yeah, and we had to
It was
restore
not a short amount of time.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Bricks is like sobbing inside his head. Like he is in the middle of a full mental break at this point.
Well, it looks like Alwyn got away. That's where
Oh.
they killed him.
Alwyn, is that a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say that.
Work acquaintance.
Oh, I had work acquaintances at one point. I was friends with most of them. I think. I like to say I was.
You're really
Here.
happy-go-lucky, aren't you?
Oh yes, I've heard that quite a lot. Here, Mint. Take this, and you just see a dancing version of them just in your brain.
I used to be like you.
Oh, I'm
Do you
sure.
see images that I imagine?
No.
Too bad.
Let me guess, it's me roasting over a fire?
There was a fire involved, but it didn't have you.
That's a surprise.
I hope it didn't involve me. That'd be kind of disheartening. And I don't have
No,
my
it's
map.
probably the goblins.
Oh, thank goodness. But look, you get used to it around here, all right? And I mean, and a lot of you multicellular organisms. Is that even a thing? Do they even know about that?
You're multicellular.
Well, technically, if he's a slime mold, no, it is
Oh.
one cell.
He's
It's just a lot of it.
It's just there's a lot of nuclei.
Yeah.
All that I know is that if we want, we can eat him and get a source of potassium.
fair.
Oh, but like
Also, like 3 times your daily recommended vitamin D.
yeah.
Oh, fair.
In this setting, in this world, do they know about like do they have do they know about the micro world? Like is that like like biology? Do they know about that or no?
You could probably equate this to like early Renaissance, early to mid Renaissance. So I don't think. God, I'm a bad biology student. I should have known this.
Early to mid Renaissance, no, they would not have. They'd have an inkling, but it'd be the same kind of shit as like
And also taking into account magic, they could have a deeper understanding than we would at that era.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those give or takes. Like it could go either way.
DM's discretion, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say, oh yeah, like 1665. So like, yeah, no, I'll say that it's probably likely that some closeted scholars, maybe 1 or 2, has like not figured out that cells exist, but or like what cells are, but definitely have created a sort of microscope and at least to some detail to actually see said cells.
The earliest known like microscope type thing we know of that worked like a microscope was developed around 1600.
Yeah.
And so I think they kind of it's how they found out that genetically it wasn't just little people inside of men.
That's it's its own can of worms. We're not gonna get into that because the whole idea of homunculi is fucking nuts in the real world.
Hilarious.
Dude, it's so funny.
Anyways, yes. I think we're kind of equating this to early to mid Renaissance style.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll say that maybe 1 or 2 have like closeted scholars in some monastery might have like done some groundwork into looking into what cells are, but I will say that it's not commonly known. Usually when something says like they're they're like part of a whole or something like that, that usually kind of encompasses the idea of being unicellular. That's pretty common amongst like mycoids, myconids.
Okay. I'm sure you used to be like me. Most people were, especially as kids. Usually, is what I'm told. But I don't know how, but you all who aren't groups of things tend to get sad very quickly. I mean, look at me. I'm a little over consciousness-wise around 600, somewhere around there, and I'm still doing fine. But don't worry, I'm sure we'll get out of here. Some people have been talking about it. They'll figure it out.
Royx at this point is like buried in the mud with like only the tip of his tail poking out. And just from underneath it, you just hear a groan.
I should also
my arms.
I should also say that most of your belongings have been stripped
I
from you.
figured.
Yeah.
I mean, if you'd like to try and hide any of them, you can roll for it.
That's what I would fucking try.
What are they called from Rick and Morty? Like
I have a whole jukebox inside Throw.
That is true. It's just a whole jukebox.
I can't hide my staff because it's a fucking staff.
Record player.
Yeah.
Like I think the only thing I'd possibly try to hide are the gloves of spider climb.
Okay. Yeah.
So what would that be? Sleight of hand?
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna tides it just to give me his flat roll.
Could I try to hide my bag of holding?
I'll say that your bag of holding is definitely too noticeable. Like,
Yeah, okay,
it
that's
is
fair.
like very much like a large purse.
Damn.
I don't think you could
My
easily
goal.
hide that.
Noah, how the fuck do you spell your character's name?
Poupee. It has the accent, but I don't know how to do that on the keyboard.
Oh, you just left click or right click and go to add emojis, and it should be in the Omega symbol section.
Okay. Yeah, I just copied and pasted the word.
You know what? That works.
You're gonna change it on Roll20, bud?
Yeah. As soon as I remember.
Which, whenever it gets dark, I would definitely be reattaching my arms.
I mean, it's dawn currently, so...
Mm-hmm.
Because we did all that in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think they'll take kindly to the middle of the day, a little fairy putting the arms back on a robot.
No.
Mhm. Okay, yeah. As you all are talking, you hear heavy thumps as it almost sounds like horse hooves. But as you turn around to kind of hear what the thumps are, you see a large minotaur. Although they're not quite as big as the minotaurs you've seen. They are, in fact, size medium, but still pretty imposing as they are about 8 feet tall, 8.5 feet tall, somewhere in between there.
About to say the wizard's back from the dead and he's pissed.
She is she's more equatable to you'd probably say either a sheep or a goat than a bull or a cow, as she has a patchwork a coat of this light this light pink color against a white coat, as it seems to have been dirtied and mudded up through however long she's been here in captivity. And she comes up to Pupe first and says, "Well, how's it going? It looks like we got some new friends." And she smiles gently at the group of you all.
The top of Brix's head's like a fucking alligator pokes out of the mud.
Throw is thinking about stepping on that head.
Hey, Brix wouldn't stop ya.
Awful, thank you.
God damn it.
What an amazing party we have going here. One wants to kill the other. The other one feels like they're gonna die at any moment, either from the one who wants to kill them or from drying out. And the other one is a happy-go-lucky newbie that doesn't understand the fact that, one can cause the entire heat death of the universe at any moment.
To be fair, Minthro just hates everyone right now, so...
Yeah.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Multiple reasons hates people.
I mean, but Brix is kind of the center of all your hatred right now.
Damn. I can almost smell your alignment shifting.
This Minotaur woman comes over to you two and says, "Blessings of Mayness be upon you. Are you all are new, correct?"
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry you ended up in this situation. Sounds like he created quite a stir last night. Whew, they singed the eyebrows out of my mate over there, as she nods her head over to a clearly relapsing, uh, clearly relapsing, man who is currently like scratching himself all over. A dwarven man kind of just scratching himself all over, and he's like, "Oi, can't I get a drink, please?"
Oh fuck.
How long has he been without alcohol?
Oh, I'd say we got here about maybe 5, 6, 7. May have been a week, a little longer than a week. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of lost track.
Wonderful. As he sinks back into the mud.
Well, just let me know if you need anything. It looks like you might need. Well, here, let me put it this way. Us all here, we're the ones they consider valuable, and they think they can make some money off of us once they've established themselves as some sort of
Holy nation.
sovereign nation or something like that. But no, I can negotiate and get you something that, will keep you healthy. They won't ignore us completely because they need us healthy enough to sail.
Man,
Can I insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
a bunch of goblins starting their own sovereign nation in the woods. Where have I seen this before?
11.
With an 11, I need to roll either deception or persuasion, whichever applies.
Yep.
Yeah. No, she seems pretty genuine about wanting to help you all, and this is your current situation, at least.
Bricks just a bubble in the mud starts forming, and then it pops, and it's just Bricks' voice that says, "I need a bucket of water to be in."
Oh well, that won't be too hard of an ask. Yeah, no, we can get you a bucket of water.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Quick question. I've used Tides of Chaos thus far.
Correct.
What would it be to kind of just let the chaos flow?
Is that a song?
Sounds like a song.
Because we've kind of discussed at this point that like Bricks' chaos rolls are less of just the magic getting away from him, and more him not being able to hold it back anymore.
Yeah. I'd say probably because to proc this chaos burst, you need to at least do some kind of magic in some shape or form.
Mm-hmm.
You're currently without a spell focus, which that automatically puts you at disadvantage, I believe.
Yeah.
It might just mean that you just straight up can't cast a spell.
Yeah, it means that I cannot spell cast.
Yeah.
I'm just asking
so-
because this is an innate thing, just due to
The only
his-
spell I can cast is Fairy Fire.
I think yeah, because that's racial. Yeah, you can do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
but-
the only verbal spell I got.
I think yes, you can go ahead and try and roll for it, but we'll say it's currently the inverse. Like, roll me a Constitution save. You're looking to beat basically the inverse of what your current wild magic is.
Okay, so I'd be
for
trying
instance,
to roll. So I'm at a 1, so I'm trying to roll a 20.
Yeah.
Okay. 14.
Yeah. With that, I'd say that you guys all see like this innate kind of magic flow throughout Bricks for a moment, but it doesn't end up producing anything. It doesn't glow as like it doesn't glow the same as when he has a chaos proc.
This is
It's
more like a
so just like a dim hum as you see bricks kind of glow a little effervescent before it just kind of flickers out.
normally it's like a like slow pulse. This is more like a little quick water ripple.
What was that? Performance anxiety?
I mean,
Oh,
I might as well
Sorry,
try.
get to myself.
I'm trying to do something here. I can't cast spells. I can't do anything. So might as well just let the magic do what it wants. We'll see what happens as we go.
Yep.
Who knows? I might get a second goblin horde to come and fight this one.
Well, I don't think that would be very good. You know, Manus doesn't really like combat in most forms.
But there is one thing. I require a small amount of food.
Oh, yeah. They're currently handing out today's rations. We'll see if, we can get you some oil. She kind of looks at you questioningly.
No. This is a suit.
Oh, a suit, you say?
Yes.
All right. Well, if that's the case, yeah, we'll get you some food. How much are we needing? Are you like a full-sized person in there, or
a full-size person with their arms torn off.
I'm a pixie.
are you paraplegic in there? Oh,
I'm just
you're-
RoboCop.
Oh, you're. Oh, well, that's fantastic. I mean, she kind of like talks in the rest of your minds as you see there's like a little bit of a slime mold coming out of one of her ears as she kind of speaks to you in your mind. Yeah, if we can't create a bit of a diversion, you could probably get out and maybe inform the Adventurers Guild to come help us.
Oh, that would work so well. Because you know that the Adventurers Guild would be able to deal with this. You know, the fucking manifestation of chaos. You know, Ravil just doing whatever the fuck he wants. He'll just send more goblins this way, because that's just how this fucking works. You can't fight him. He does whatever the fuck he wants! You just watches Brix is just having a full-on breakdown inside the puddle.
Whoa there, buddy. Do you need to talk about something?
I need
Here.
to die. I need to die.
Oh, bud. No one wants that.
Oh no, this entire world wants that. I know he wants it.
Earl
She.
puts a foot down.
They want it.
Wait. I never said that. What?
Not you.
He is referring to me.
I caused all this. So of course they want me dead.
Yes, you did. So
Do you
you
think I
better
wanted
solve
to?
it. Clean up your mess.
So Pupae is just gonna manifest like an image of himself in everyone's mind, just like putting his arms out, like trying to stop two people, and then
Imagining it on fire.
and then it's gonna like wipe its forehead and then disappear.
Look, I didn't want this. But you know what? Here I am. A fucking axolotl that apparently has the unfettered abilities of chaos that I can't fucking control, causing God knows what to happen. Like, this is I did this. I've caused people to die over and over and over. I've killed hundreds. I've probably killed thousands. I've enslaved hundreds of thousands. I have done so much to this world. I deserve to die.
Did you mean to do any of it?
No!
No, it is quite literally random with him.
I didn't
Then
mean to.
why
I didn't want
you-
to. But if it continues to happen, why does it matter? The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and in this case, my needs mean nothing.
Whoa. Chill on the nihilism.
Listen here, bud. There's an idea about intent to do harm. You don't intend to do this. I'm sure no reasoning being wants to hurt another.
Eh. Eh.
But
Talk to Ravil. That being is nothing but intent to hurt. He knows what this power can do.
well, if I remember right, Ravil is just the manifestation of chaotic energies. He's not necessarily sentient in that way. He doesn't choose the outcome of things. He more so manifests the probability of something to happen. I'm sorry, I didn't pay too much attention back at the monastery. I'm gonna be honest. But listen here, it sounds like you got a lot of pent-up guilt. I mean, that's pretty clear.
Who would have thought
But-
that the axolotl that's caused untold number of pain and suffering would have guilt?
Regardless, it sounds like, well, how do I put this? It sounds like the first thing you need to do is start learning how to forgive yourself. You don't got no control over this. So why consider yourself the one that's guilty of it?
Because I was there. I could do nothing to stop it.
And by that, you think that means that you're the one responsible, even though you had no say-so whether how it went down.
Yes.
But listen, we can talk this by the time we get to the next outpost, but let me get you that bucket of water first, okay?
And on that note, today's sponsor is BetterHelp.
Oh God, yes, please. Hell yeah, I'd take a sponsorship from BetterHelp.
Oh my god.
Hey, we've had a lot of fun goofs today, but you know what isn't a goof? Your mental health. Make sure that you protect it by going to a therapist. If you can't afford or achieve a therapist through normal means, there's BetterHelp.
So
I'd like to
go,
think in the background as this is happening is just an animation of Bricks banging his head against the ground.
so go and sign up for BetterHelp today and cast Dome of Silence on those bad vibes.
It's not even called Dome of Silence. It's just called Cast Silence.
Oh,
I think
God.
Dome of Silence is like a second edition name for the spell.
It's a Magic the
Listen.
Gathering card.
Listen.
Oh, God.
Anyways, probably not more than 10 minutes later, this large Minotaur woman returns with a bucket of water for you to sit in. And also
Say
some
hi to
rations for
James in
all
the
of you.
chat.
Hi, James.
Hi, James.
Bricks is having a mental breakdown.
Throws
Give
trying
up,
not to
beat
kill
up.
him.
He says he's able to listen.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's
but
good.
but now he's like full on like ready to die mental breakdown.
What a perfect time to, seek mental help.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so she returns with the bucket of water and plops it down in front of you all. Are you doing anything while she's in her absence?
Assessing the damage done to my armor sockets.
Okay. Yeah, no, you run a system diagnostic. I don't think you really need to roll for that. That's basically just you looking at your character sheet and looking at your hit points. Yeah, no. It's not so much like damage, in fact. You haven't lost any hit points or anything like that. It's just, the removal of a part. So there is like an error once you get to the system diagnostic looking for the functions in the arms, but that's about it.
I want to draw this, but I don't want to draw this.
Oh, Overwatch porn?
Huh?
What?
No, that's furry porn, my man. That's furry porn.
Why are you talking about
I was
Blizzard's
talking-
only source of income right now?
I was talking about throw without
Oh.
arms, but I just
Yeah,
don't want to draw
I don't know how they
yet.
got there either. Honestly, Adam, I was just I knew what you were talking about. I don't know how Aaron got to that point.
No, I understood it. I just thought a dumb joke.
So anyway, about Orisa, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I don't know if that would be an Overwatch character or anything else.
Orisa, yeah, it's an Overwatch character, a robotic one to be specific.
Ah.
Shaped, it's shaped like a centaur.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I know which one you're talking about.
Mm,
It's been a while since I played Overwatch, so...
Already.
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
You run a system diagnostic. Bricks, are you doing anything other than sulking?
He's just sulking until the bucket arrives, and then he just inchworms his way in it, and he's just staying in the bucket.
Mm-hmm. And what about you, Pupe? Pupe.
Pupe.
Pupe. I'm actually gonna
Pupe.
look up the pronunciation of that.
It's like pupe, some shit like
Pupe.
but Google
Pupery?
Translate robot voice makes it hard to pick up pronunciations properly.
Watch me offend
Pupery.
all of our French viewers.
I mean, currently the only viewers are me and James, so...
I was about to say a terrible joke. Never mind. Anyway, they're just kind of Pupe is just kind of chilling.
Same!
Pupe. Pupe.
Pupe, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just kind of chilling, just looking around, saying hi to people. You don't hear anything coming from them, but you see them like nod at people, and then people turn around to nod back, or to wave over their own shoulder without looking at him. So you can assume that he's actually saying something.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just kind of greeting everyone, seeing how everyone's doing.
All right. Is there anything that you guys would like to do throughout the day? Keep in mind you are still under surveillance.
I think Briggs is just kind of gone from, like, the, angry, flailing, like, full-on... Yeah. He's gone from anger, and he's just gone into fucking, like, acceptance, and he's just in the bucket waiting to be sold.
Okay. Yeah.
Thoreau's watching, trying to see when would be an opportune time in a night shift to reset arms.
Okay. Yeah.
So just watching tonight.
Okay. Actually, we haven't gotten to the nighttime yet. I was just wondering about this morning specifically.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I probably should have been more
Still watching the
precise
guards.
about that. Yeah, fair. Yes, no. You are trying to go ahead and try and memorize their shifts, at least during this morning. Do you want to roll me just a straight up intelligence check?
That was a save, sorry.
That sucks.
Unlucky.
It's a nat 20. Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to see that nat 1 roll through.
Yeah, I know, right? 12.
That works.
The morning shift doesn't seem to change pretty much at all. Nobody filters out throughout the entirety of the morning, at least from what you can see. This place is still kind of crowded. There are quite a few people in this 30-foot radius circle of barbed wire. There's, if conservative estimates, maybe another 22 people.
All right.
Yeah. So that's yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, as soon as the day begins to drag on, you see some guards with quite a few goblins with man catchers enter the corral and start herding people towards the center. As you see a goblin at the edge of this barbed wire fence, you bring out this like, it kind of looks like just a wheel, like a spinner's wheel, and they start rolling up the fencing with barbed wire into this big spool, as it's basically a hand crank on either side as they wheel along and pick up all the barbed wire. And the guards with man catchers start to poke and prod people into filing into a single file line.
Brooks is just sitting in his bucket.
I
Fair.
gotta be obstinate. I want to try to kick one of them.
Keep in mind, these are
Man catchers.
yeah, they're man catchers, so they have
fair.
reach properties. You are currently not within range to, I mean, unless you want to like actively try and run up to somebody and like drop kick them.
Wiggles leg loosed, swings it hard enough to fling it at somebody.
Yeah, why not? I'll drop kick someone.
Okay.
Yeah, bro, you're actually gonna be C-3PO. Stop.
roll an attack. I'll say that this is a disadvantage because you
Yep.
gotta run towards somebody and you got no arms.
Okay, so an 18
Yeah, that hits.
or 4 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you catch. Go ahead and describe how you do this. You don't kill them, but you definitely piss one of them off.
One of them was getting a little bit too aggressive with the way they were going, so I just full dashed right at him, jumped, and kicked him right across the chin.
I think like you take a little bit of pride in that like momentary second of, yeah, I did the right thing, before like
Oh,
like
shit.
four other man catchers just pin you to the ground. And with that, your legs have been not like tightly bound, but there is a chain chain between your legs, so you can't
Run.
get your full extent of your
I'm shuffling.
run. Yeah. not necessarily shuffling. You can still walk, but it's not enough for you to be able to raise your leg up and kick or run.
I would
And-
cross my arms, but I can't.
Yeah.
We ran out of arm puns.
Bricks is just in his bucket. He's not. I will say, if they try to get him out of the bucket, he is like a cat inside a carrier or something. Like, he is gripped into that bucket. He will not leave it.
Yeah, I think that they try and get you out of that bucket, but just roll me, I don't know, athletics. They wouldn't be using a man catcher for this, so I guess acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer.
Where is this? 7.
For a combined total, they have rolled a 6. Okay.
It's
Yes,
literally just like a slap fight between the two, and then the goblin just gives up and picks up the bucket.
Actually, what they do is they find a bird cage, what they would normally put smaller folk like mouse folk or fairies in,
Or the
and
owlets or whatever they're called.
owlets. Yeah. But yes, they bring out one of those and basically like jam, like they cut off the bottom to it and jam the prongs of the cage into the bucket. So you now currently are confined in a bucket that has a domed cage on it.
The top of Brix's head just peeks out of the fucking bucket, and it just based on his eyes, you can tell he's the most smug motherfucker.
I think what they do is, like a hobo sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put you on a rope and just hoist you in the air, like behind one of the goblins.
That's fine. He doesn't care. I still find it fucking hilarious. I won with a 7.
Fuck me. Yeah, no. So you are currently in a bird cage, basically. A bogged down bird cage.
That's fine.
As you all are lined up and corralled into a single file line. As you see this very large goblinoid, quite hairy, come over to you two that are at the, or you three, I guess Arby's there as well, that are at the end of the line. He comes over, is currently adorned in a large red cloak and has the same Roman-esque armor as the rest of them, except this one is clad in actual metal, like quality metal. And he comes over to you three and addresses you and goes, "You put up quite a fight last night, didn't you?"
Everybody's gagged here.
"Well, I mean,
Just because you
The more
talk,
you
do we
f-
have to speak?
fair point. I guess you don't. But that means you might be worth quite a big penny. At least you." He points at you, Minthro. You definitely.
If
The little one, well, he might have ways to go, but I could see him being valuable. He maybe has like a lap dog or something.
There's a hiss from the bucket.
Muffled behind a gag. Well, I knew at the end. You look bit familiar. Wait, we'll just take you over to Highguard Keep and keep you there till we can find a buyer.
Who's he speaking to?
Just the three of them, the new participants.
Okay. Sure.
That one on the end's RB, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He comes over to you, Pupae, and goes, "Hey, this mute one, he does the funny dances, so he'll probably sell for a lot too."
Just starts kind
Hey.
of doing a little jig with his feet while his hands are bound.
Hi, ta pie. Yeah, no.
Can I roll a performance check on that?
Sure, yeah. Why not?
Do you wear clothes, or is it just doll
I
with...
mean, like slave clothing at the moment, so like rags, I guess.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay, you also have
normally,
to send me
yes.
what type of clothing.
yeah, normally yes. But you know, the clothing was like technically armor, so I'm assuming they would have taken it away.
Yeah.
Performance check. Here we go. There it is. I know what letters are. 12.
It's a pretty convincing dance. It's you see him go, hey, he's got to sell for a lot then. Wait, looks like the news product meets the high requirements we set to our standards. He goes down the line, motioning some of them to like step out of the line. Maybe like 4 or 5 people are motioned to step out of the line before he says, "All right, you all head on out. The rest of the caravan is already waiting on you. The guards will assist you. And am I forgetting anything? Oh yeah. If you die, no complaining." As he slaps his thigh and starts to walk away.
I don't know how I fucking would, but alright.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
While this is happening, like after Brix hisses at them, Brix is just gonna kind of settle in the bottom of the bucket, and he's just gonna kind of, I guess, meditate.
Okay.
Just trying to, take stock, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So what happens next is the rest of the guards kind of like poke and prod the line forward as the remaining 5 just stand there. And as you head on out, you round the bend, and there is a large caravan. There is one of those large war machines. This one is kind of a hexagonal shape and has legs at each side. It kind of looks a little like a crab or a spider, as it's this big dome platform on this hexagon. And you can see at the top of it there are sentries, these goblins that are keeping an eye out for something, as there appears to be like basically what equates to a ship's mast in the center of it. And there are 2 large claws on the front of it. It is basically a giant robot crab. Giant enemy spider.
I get that.
Yeah, so as you all are led behind it, you see a goblin come over with a thick chain and he attaches it to the first person in line before taking the length of chain and then attaching that to the second person, and so on and so forth down the line, attaching the handcuffs to that chain. For you, we'll say appendage challenged. They go ahead and wrap the chain around your waist. As you all begin to march, the hefty diesel smoke like just pours out of this thing in a large cacophony of noise and this what's it called? Soot. There we go. I almost said smut.
Yeah.
Large cacophony of soot into the air as it whirls to life, and you see the giant crab start to march forward. About, you'd say about at what would be equivalent to, for you all, a like a slow pace, or no, probably just a normal pace, travel pace is what I'm referring to. And you all start heading north. That's not what I was envisioning, but oh my god, yeah, no. If you remove the head,
West?
yeah,
Yeah.
no, kind of sick. Love that.
New design idea taken. Very cool.
I think the last person in order to have arms, who would that be? That would be you, Pipe.
Okay.
Pipe, you are you are given the stick to hold bricks in.
Nice. Well,
And,
little
yeah.
friend, looks like we're gonna be together for a while.
There's no response from the bucket.
Fair enough.
There's a smirk inside Minthro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you all start marching. You are given no inclination to how far or how long you will be marching, but it does look like these, just from glances, it looks like the goblins around you are not only highly capable, but as well they are stocked. They have quite a few provisions. So yeah, let's get this started. You boys like walking? Because
Yeah.
we are gonna walk.
It's about all I can do right now.
That's
I don't have to.
Quite literally, I think it's all you can do. Unless you want to, get out of your armor and leave the suit.
Yeah, it really sucks that you were handed a bad. I fucked the joke. Never mind. Fuck that joke. I didn't like it anyway.
It's
Dealt
too
a
bad you were
bad
given a
hand.
bin.
Dealt a bad hand. Thank
Yeah.
you. Fuck.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I think you
That-
could have. I think
it
you could have
coulda
pulled that
worked.
off pretty handedly.
How you can do it?
I'm the dad joke enthusiast here.
Local
my brain
dad
just
joke
don't work.
enthusiast. Yeah. So, can I have any one of you roll me a d20?
Me.
Okay, Pipe.
Oh,
Oop,
I accidentally pressed on the dice roll. D20 coming right up. 5.
That's a 5. Wow.
Oh, this is
Okay.
gonna go great.
Takes 50
So.
days. Oh.
It takes 500 days. No. You all are marched through this forest without any breaks. No stopping for water or anything, which I imagine is brutal for most normal creatures, but for Pipe, you are currently not really dehydrated at this point. if anything, since you are under the forest's canopy, you are pretty much fine from your sun sickness. Brick's currently just chilling in his bucket of water. You basically have a free ride this whole time.
That was my intention.
Bro,
and
kicking every stone that comes in his path.
Just pissed off.
Near- nearly tripping after kicking each rock due to the chained legs. Yes, you kick every rock in your path, sometimes hitting your fellow refugee in the back of their heels. I think no, that you would pretty much be exclusively hitting Pupae.
I'm okay with this.
How you feel about that, Pupae? Pupae.
Doesn't really mind too much. Just every now and then, it's like they're just like, must be really exhausting for everyone else. I know their muscle and stuff, doesn't really do too well without breaks, and will just like emit like a stand-up comedy show of themselves and like everyone who's connected and within range is brain.
What's the deal with airline food?
What's
What
the
the
deal
hell is
with
an
prisoner
airline?
food? What's the deal with prisoner food? Man, it's just not filling for some reason.
All right, yeah. With a 5, the day goes through without really any issue. The rear guard has done its job in keeping the trails and trade routes very clear. As you all are led down the winding trails, you'd swear that you, for pretty much worked to death, you forced to walk in a conservative FS. Actually, no, this should be a roll. Yeah, no, if you'd like to know the distance, that's up to you. If you want to roll a nature check.
I'll try my hand.
All right.
I got handed a bad deck.
Hey, and that one.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god!
You brought this upon yourself.
I know! Anyways,
It's all offhanded.
I don't want to point anything out, but I feel like they could have gone better.
yeah, no.
Oh my
you-
god. That
I'm
one
too
took me a
distracted by
second,
kicking
Bucky.
my stones.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, no. With
Okay,
a
I'm
natural
apparently an
1,
idiot. I missed it.
with a natural 1, I'd say that you probably have some kind of monitor that tracks how far you go in the suit, kind of like a mileage gauge. But
The
With,
scissors in my arm.
with your encumbered state while you were being yanked here and there from the goblins and the chains attached to you, it must have tripped a sensor, and you didn't. It just, for whatever reason, isn't reading for right now. So yeah, we'll go with that. And
So we
with,
continue walking.
with that, no, you have reached your first rest, where once again these goblins find a area, pull out that whirligig device that pretty much sets up a barbed wire fence as they run it around underneath this big patch of sunlight. And they, well, I guess the sun is kind of setting at this point. You guys are, oh goodness, you guys are still in early summer, so no, the sun hasn't set yet. But they roll out this large circle for you all to stay in, as a large amount of goblins hop out of this this war machine and start to set up a camp. And once this area has been picked out, you all are plopped there in the middle of it as guards begin to rotate in and out. So yeah, is there anything that you'd like to do?
Not much we really can do.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk to people, I guess.
Yes, the fucking axolotl that is currently gagged in a bucket can talk to people.
Well, yeah, no, you all can talk to each other through Pupe.
Yeah, come on now.
Well, the thing is, the only one I can talk to is Pupae, because I know Mint would probably would rather kill me before talk to me right now.
There's a survival instinct here.
She's not unreasonable. She's not like Alwyn.
Unreasonable. Yeah, okay.
I'll use you first, then dispose of you later.
Now she's starting to think like Alwyn.
There you go.
Is this where the evil alignment, the villain arc begins?
Sure.
Sure. Oh boy, oh boy.
This is my villain arc. You all should live in fear of me.
I'm going through my villain era right now, so
Yeah. But yeah, no, you guys all have you guys can communicate with each other.
Yeah. I don't know. Brooks, I think Brooks is just tired. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he had a very very massive emotional breakdown.
Understandable. I need to roll some dice real quick. Not for you guys. Okay. Good to know.
Like, also,
Yeah, no.
Aaron.
Yeah.
With Brooks just kind of going, like, that entire time that they were walking, Brooks would have been inside the bucket, just, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah, just anything. God damn it, James. Ah! Sorry, scaly, not furry, James.
Oh,
you
you're
are both
referring to
horrible
the
people.
models and pics.
No,
What?
no.
He's
I
talking
read
about gagging and furries.
Yeah,
Oh.
a gag.
James said a
James
gagged axolotl would be
Yeah.
some furry's dreams, and I said no, that's the scaly.
Yeah, it was
Get it right. Know your terminology.
it was horrible to have to read myself, but it is there.
I'm so glad I've gotten to hear it multiple times.
More of an amphibious type. Because axolotls, they don't actually have scale. They have.
Okay, but
What are frogs under?
okay,
I think
well,
they still fall
listen,
in scalies.
What is it?
yeah.
Oh my god. It's
amphibians still
I remember.
fall under scales, I believe.
It's it's somebody talking about the best girl in My Hero, and
Oh god.
they go, don't you see? Sue is clearly best girl. Frogs come pre-lubed.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
It's so cursed.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
so cursed.
I hate My Hero fandom. Oh my god.
That is fucking great.
It's so cursed. Anyways,
Anyway.
back to it.
Yeah, Bricks.
Yeah, no. The rest of these
This is your
refugees seem
fault, James.
quite well, exhausted. That dwarf that you saw earlier today, clearly not having a good go of it.
No.
But short while after you all get your area set up, you do have a goblin, actually two goblins, come by and they start handing out rations. They start handing out an apple to each of you, as well as a small water skin.
I imagine they just shove the apple into the cage bars.
The cage bars are too small for the apple to fit, so they just like push it through. Have you ever used an apple cutter, like the decoring
Yeah.
apple
Yeah,
cutters?
They just
It's
kinda
kind of like that, but it's like long square pegs of apple
I think it's and a lot of mush.
and a lot of mush. Yeah.
I'd like to think as soon as the first bit hits the fucking water, it's just like Brix's mouth opens and just snaps at like every little bit that comes in, like a fucking gator.
I like the idea that I like the idea that he's like a fish in a tank where he's just like slowly coming up to the surface whoop, and then swimming back down for a second and back up.
Yeah, no. I'd like to think that some of these goblins are starting to wonder why they're keeping this fucking thing.
Yeah, no. The one handing out the water skins says, "Make sure that you stay hydrated, else you might fall victim to, well, death. Here you go."
There you go. Have fun.
This unit also requires sustenance.
How does it now? I think we got some olive oil if that works. She
No.
walks. She walks off.
No. I need biomass, like slice an apple and put it in my hatch.
I need biomass. Starts to eat bricks.
No.
Consume.
No, I'm not a savage. I would have to cook him first.
The grave mind requires more biomass. Collect. Bring me
This is
their
just the
flesh.
anti-Brix episode.
It was the only thing I could think of, okay? Could have said just food or nutrient.
Nutrients. My favorites.
How
Alright,
does that
Android
robot
16.
work on biomass? I could explain how, a biomass generator works, but you wouldn't get it. Completely explain, just like make it sound as like boring as possible. Just start giving a lecture, so he's just stop listening.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So they go ahead and start to produce rations for the day, and once those are handed out, they head back and start to set up their own camp.
They come at me with that olive oil, I am kicking and I am throwing a tantrum.
No, I think once you like explain yourself that you need water, actually, you know what? It doesn't make sense that these goblins are smart enough to know that it doesn't make sense for a warforged to require water, because they're smart enough to know that their war machines will rust up and, become basically garbage if they add water to its gas tank.
What do you mean? Maybe the Warforged needs the water for cooling.
Yes,
It's a fair point. But I think go ahead. You are actively trying to keep a secret. It sounds very suspicious to require water for machinery. I'd say go ahead and roll me a deception check, just to keep them from like prodding questions.
Oh,
like, why
no,
would you
I
need
want to
that?
use my inspiration.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay,
Oh.
that's a lot better.
And
Double.
they'll roll insight. Yeah, 2 ain't gonna do it, Chief. Yeah,
Get
no.
inspiration.
Oh man, you could have used that for a super critical.
Yeah, I don't want to get yanked out of throw.
Fair point. Yeah, no. They go ahead and just hand you a water skin. Being a little like understandably like confused, but do so nonetheless.
I sit there and look at it.
The water skin?
Yeah.
He
How
can't
am I
hold
supposed
it.
to apply it?
I forgot, yeah.
He can't hold it.
I think Chi-Chi comes over and says, You,
The cap just opens.
you
just
need
for
some
it to-
you need some help there, hon.
Yes.
Just pardon the
Alright,
hatch.
And where is that hat? She kind of like lifts your chin up with like
The under the hood, just this little thing pops up on the forehead.
oh right, that okay. She now am I supposed to pour this in all gentle like or just plug it in and let it drain or
Please no. Pour it in gentle.
all right. Sorry, I'm just a
Drown me
little...
inside.
What an awful way to go.
Like 9 degrees of fucked up.
Yeah, this this Minotaur woman goes ahead and pours you some water through the hatch in a slow, gentle stream. You know, this kind of reminds me of a missionary work in a way.
I just look at her.
Glance menacingly.
Sorry, it's just, you know, some people aren't able to, you know, do things for themselves, so I have to help them. And it's part of the kind of mercy that Mayness would want.
Wonder how many of those people you've had to help were because of me.
You said that they were. Your whole dealio was because you were around, right?
Me being in an area can cause untold numbers of damage. I caused this. I've caused trees to explode. I've caused people to turn inside out. Caused untold number of destruction and pain.
You made Alwyn's eyes switch with his mouth.
Yeah, that
how
too.
long was that supposed to last again?
Oh yeah, no. I went ahead and rolled a d4 to determine if it was days, months, or years. And re-rolling on a 4. Yeah, it's gonna last for about I believe it was like 3 months.
Okay.
Unlucky.
Anyways,
Yeah, that
um,
was stuck for a while.
yeah. Well, I'm not sure about that. I spent most of my time in Red Rorick, the Dwarven country out east.
Did I ever make it over there?
No, as far as you know, the furthest east you've been is to Harthum, which, while being close to the border, not actually is. While it used to be their territory, it no longer is.
So I never
So-
got close enough to fuck with shit over there.
Yeah,
It was outside of my range.
yeah.
Well, you're lucky then. You haven't seen any of the atrocities I've caused.
I don't know. People cause a lot of atrocities. Mostly
Well,
on
I mean, they are kind of living through it right now.
True. Very true.
My God.
I'm great for his mental health.
That's what Pew pays for.
Oh,
You do
boy.
not help.
I,
He doesn't know that.
but I'd like to help. I mean, the first step to forgiveness is with yourself. If you can forgive yourself, you know, you can start doing the right thing. You know, if you can forgive yourself, others will start to understand that you can be forgiven. But if you never afford yourself that, then unfortunately, you can't really consider yourself forgiven for any deed that you've done. I mean, I've killed a lot of people. I may be a priestess of Mayness, but peaceful and harmless are two very different things.
Just one beady eye sticks out of the fucking bucket, just like through one of the bars, and it's just staring at her. I don't think
imagining
you'll
the eye
ever
from Parasite.
understand. There's a difference between knowingly killing a person and knowing that your very existence has caused untold numbers of death. I have killed, and that does not cause me as much pain as knowing that all the people that in my general vicinity have the possibility of all turning to dust.
And what about the possibility of receiving a flower the next day? Are you sure that everything is bad?
Everything I've come across.
Or is it just that you're focusing on the negative?
Some of them are funny.
The only things that have not been fully bad are mildly irritating.
Oh, like what?
How about your eyes moving to your cheekbones?
All right. She kind of looks at herself right now as a minotaur having her eyes right next to her cheekbones already.
Not a predator, Chunky.
I mean, well, the thing is, I guess it just depends on like what kind of minotaur. Because I've seen some depicted with their like very humanoid, where they're at forward facing, and then yeah, I've seen the kind where they are kind of more onto the side.
They look more so like a sheep, so they do have kind of like pointed, like their eyes aren't necessarily forward facing, they're still on the side of their head, but
Okay.
they do angle forward.
Maybe for you it's not that bad, but for me, it. And then I've switched the person's mouth with their eyes. Like I said, I've caused trees to explode at people. I've caused things to burst into flames.
Yeah. She kind of looks a little like disappointed in you and says, yeah, and are you willing to forgive yourself for that?
No.
Yeah, there might. Then maybe you're just not gonna be happy if you don't.
I don't deserve happiness.
And why do you think that? You can't control any of this.
Later, James.
I did.
Sorry, where were we? I got distracted.
No, it's fine. She, after saying you that you don't deserve happiness, and she then replies, well, why don't you think you deserve happiness? It's completely out of your control, so why choose to be unhappy about it?
Because there's a way to fix this. I won't have to deal with this issue anymore, and then I can work on fixing shit. But until I have the ability to fix shit, I don't deserve anything. I've tried to be helpful, I've tried to be happy, but all it does is cause pain and suffering to those around me, and my happiness does not equate to causing pain and suffering to others.
I mean, that you know of. There could be somebody out there who has received untold happiness because of your actions. Or, sorry, not actions, mere presence.
Thank
Sir?
God this man
Goblin
who was robbing
warlord.
me just suddenly dropped dead. Holy fuck.
This
I mean, hey,
criminal
the goblin
organizations that this criminal organization extorting the entire city, gone in a night. Wow.
Oh, well, thank God to whoever helped.
I mean, whoever's running this goblin horde is happy.
That is true. You're
Unfortunately.
making the goblins happy.
You
They
gave
get
them
to be their
holy
own-
ground.
Yeah, they get to be their own people. Who knows? Soon they might actually be a recognized country and like be accepted into some other actual society.
Brix is still just staring at her. The likelihood of that happening is next to none.
I mean, it's only as infinitely big as, any other thing happening. She just shrugs and starts walking.
Brix is just shaking his head as he just sinks back into the bucket. I'd like to think this is also the perfect time for that chaos proc to finally happen.
I think, yeah, during this kind of influx of emotions, this kind of quick
I
reprieve
get
from
further away whenever I
being,
seem to start to glow.
being distorted. Yeah, go ahead. Roll me that proc.
There we go. Oh,
Huh?
wait. No. One
I-
D with 10,000.
Oh, rolling 1,000. 10,000. Sorry.
363.
Oh, wow.
I
I
think
don't
that's
think
the
we've ever
lowest
had
we've
this
ever
one.
gotten.
Yeah. If you've never
Is
had
that a
it
good
not,
thing or a bad thing?
we'll find out.
Probably bad. I'd like to think
I thought
as
higher
she's
numbers.
shrugging and turning to walk away, just the bucket starts to glow.
Dude, it just spawns a bunch of puppies that just crowd around people wanting to be pet.
It's a distraction. Run.
Can you roll me a D4 real
Oh,
quick?
God.
Like I said, as soon as he started to glow, I got further
Four.
away.
With a 4, roll it again.
2.
2. Okay. Now can you roll me a D12?
5.
Okay. 5 months.
Huh?
Huh?
It's not relevant right now.
Okay, so something happens in 5 months then. Alright. So yeah, she's turning to walk away, and I'm guessing she stops as she sees Brix glow. Brix just peeks his head up a little bit more, turns left, turns right. Oh, what horror have I brought upon this world this time? As he sinks back into the bucket.
Can't wait to run into a little Brix running around.
There's just a tiny bricks.
Yeah.
Is it less or more? What?
Oh no, he has to do more math on it. Oh fuck.
Oh, God.
Oh.
We're all gonna die.
Oh,
Probably.
10%, not 20. Okay.
Huh? Man, crazy how 20% of the moon is gone in 5 months. How did that happen?
Okay. That's just there so I can remember.
Yo, is there music on?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just now heard it. It was just a
Huh?
faint, boom.
Boom. There's a bass drop in this sick track right now.
Yeah, and it's like
I
all that I heard was this faintest boom.
I love violin bass drops.
What would I have to turn up?
Okay.
You know?
So yeah. Do any of you plan to do anything throughout the night?
No,
Cough,
Brix
cough,
is-
min throw.
Would I see an opportunity to attach an arm?
Um, roll me a quick perception check.
$12.
Okay. With a 12. Yes. You do see an opening. There is an hourly shift between guards around this circle that tends to become longer throughout the night. So as the evening starts, it's an hourly shift. But as it gets later into the night, we'll say equivalent to about maybe like at 10 o'clock, the shift starts to become in 3-hour intervals. So it's during one of these shift chains that you see you see this pattern. So around 12 o'clock, or no, it would probably have to be, oh god, it would be late in the night. You'd have to stay up for it. Which, yeah, that
Would be a
would
level
mean
of
you're not
exhaustion.
getting a long rest, which is rough.
Yeah. Thing is, that chase actually didn't hurt me, and I still got most of my spells as well.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Yeah, no. You
I'm weighing
you
my
do
odds.
find an opportunity late in the night. It'd be 10, so 1 o'clock would be the first change. Then about 4 in the morning, you would know is the next change.
Would I be able to request a 5-minute break?
Yeah.
Yeah, Austin,
I
you go pee.
do. Yeah. Go ahead. Minthro, if you are willing to stick this out, doing the mental math of this isn't part of this part wouldn't be considered costing you a long rest. But if you do follow through with your plans, you are going to need to take 1 level of exhaustion.
My thing is, if I did this, I would have to rally people to fight in one night.
Mm-hmm.
And how many goblins are traveling with us?
Roll me a perception check again.
10.
Upon your first glance, it could be anywhere from your first best guess is maybe around 30, but it
Yeah,
could be more.
Yeah, that's a strong no. Yeah, so no, I won't. I'll take the long rest.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yep. Take a 5-minute break as people go to the loo.
Well, well, well. Chunky's not here to protect his stream, huh?
Yes, I am.
Fuck!
I left, bitch.
You have to leave us sometime.
I have a wireless headset that I have connection across this entire apartment. I'm never not actually here.
Hey, listen, I used to as well, but this headset's just kind of ass.
Hey, James.
Hi, James.
How you doing there, bud? He's muted.
Is it still late for me to jump in?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
We have been disarmed.
Literally.
Quite literally.
I won't be able to see anything, which I don't think that there is a map they'll be looking at.
So far, it's all been theater of the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're keeping these out, right?
Yes, we need to keep the bunch of stuff. Alright,
You put this in the safe quick. Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry.
yeah. Don't be afraid to hop out at any point, and that goes for all of you. If you guys have something come up, don't let this stop you. This is purely for entertainment. It's not like a job or anything.
I'll go to the
if you got
hospital
something
for the gushing leg wound on top of my artery after we're done.
I will bleed out playing this game.
I swear to the
Sounds
god.
like a good way to die.
Exactly.
But I love to hate the fact that I have literally been disarmed. I am the walking embodiment of that D&D meme, telling the monk no weapons allowed.
That's good. I like that.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I haven't either. It sounds great.
so what's Harvey been doing this whole time?
Being armed,
He's been shut down.
disarmed, not shut down, just kind of on autopilot.
Okay.
Because right now, I don't think any of you have your casting foci.
No.
I
So
do.
don't-
Well,
Bro is my
Oh, what?
spellcasting foci.
But yeah, for you, your focus is your armor, which I guess you can't really use if you're not in it.
Yeah.
I've got a separate one. I'll figure something out.
Our beds smells like pineapple, but also dirt.
So are we all back?
I believe so.
I think so.
No, man.
I gotta fix my audio really quickly, so it's harder for you guys to hear the background noise.
Yeah, the crisper or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Noise cancellation.
Oh.
I gotta remember what I had on the phone.
Is like
James.
is it busy over there? Do you because it sounds like you're packing to leave, which is kind of a big deal. I know it's in 5 days, but still.
Someone statted a minigun.
That's. Okay.
I'm actually kind of enjoying reading it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Which I
disarm
shared
me.
the monk meme.
Yeah, I saw it. It is quality, yes.
What? Okay, I'm allowed to go. I mean, I hide up.
Do do. Do do.
Damn it.
I wonder how much of this conversation we can extrapolate.
Which one?
The one happening in James's background, which I know he muted himself for just that reason, but still.
Who knows?
I kind of
What?
You kind of cut out there, Chief.
I kind of packed up. Kind of.
James, buddy, I love you, but I don't think it's gonna work out.
Here, give me a second.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask. You know that dagger you made? I think it was last
Yeah.
session. It might have been 2 sessions
I
ago.
renamed it to Necrosis, so yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to ask. Is that mech suit Minthro sized, or is it just mint sized?
What?
Is it the size of your fairy form, or is it the
Oh, the
size
dagger?
for...
No, that
yeah.
was for throw.
Okay.
That's normal dagger size.
Okay. It's important to clarify that
Mhm.
Yeah,
now,
no,
because
I
we're
get
in
ya.
a situation that, yeah. Da, 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 da. All right. So, I don't know if James hopped out of the chat, or what
He's
happened.
still there currently.
No,
but muted.
he's just muted.
I think he's trying to get his audio fixed.
Yeah. And I know how infuriating that is. Our
Mhm.
our like really early D&D sessions are full of that.
Yep. That's why I'm
Yeah,
glad
I
never
want to get a
recorded
better
this.
mic.
Yeah, it's why I'm glad that you guys or well, I guess it was just Noah, but Noah pooled together some money to send me a new mic, which is very nice.
You're welcome.
And then you got my shitty old computer. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's
that-
better. It's better. I will say this: it is
better
better
than
than
what
the
I had.
laptop you were having.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Dude, imagine. I just want to know how your parents feel. It's like, oh, Aaron, hey, Aaron, you got a new computer? Yeah, a buddy of mine sent it to me so we can play D&D better. Oh, Aaron, well, you got a new mic? Yeah, Noah bought it for me so I can look for D&D better.
Yeah, no, when the microphone came in, I can't remember what it was addressed from. It was addressed from like a guy in Lee Summit.
Uh-huh.
Just some dude in Lee Summit. I don't know if that's the distributor or what's the scenario with that, but my parents were super confused and considering sending it back to the where it came from.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the company like has like people that they send the
Yes.
product to, and then those people send it out.
Okay, yeah.
We can hear you.
we heard the very start of your sentence, at least.
James,
How's that?
produce me a monologue.
Produce you a monologue?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how your audio quality is. Just start reading the
Oh,
Boo
God.
movie script.
Meh.
Okay, give me a second.
No, it sounds like it's
question.
Yeah,
working,
it sounds like you got it fixed.
yeah.
Come on,
Arby's
come on.
inventory.
Gone.
Level
Current-
of red. Hold on. Shit, my handwriting's shitty. Vial of red goop, which used. Vial of purple powder, used. Let's see. As a reminder.
Yes, you threw it at goblins.
Water skin of Oobleck Monster, aka Mint's dad.
I had that.
PS
you asked.
reminder. PS reminder for future gave to Mint.
That is gone now. Yeah, it sounds like your audio is
Mint through
fixed.
and water.
So
Okay. Mint.
Get rid of my dad.
He's dead and gone.
I put him to rest, damn it.
I guess you could
Okay.
also view this from like I know that the perspective of it is like, you know, I put him to rest. This is like the last thing my dad gave me. But I guess another perspective to this is, you know, you did throw your dad in a river and steal his suit. Sorry, Dad.
See, the only downside, I can't see what I roll.
Okay.
I mean, can you watch the stream?
Well, if I watch the stream on my phone, it's going to overlap with the audio from the call.
Just mute the stream.
Oh, fair.
Oh yeah, I can.
There you go.
Mute buttons. What are those?
Yeah, but it's delayed by a few seconds, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's like by 2 seconds.
It was by 7
Ah.
seconds for me.
Ah.
I mean, just in case Noah says the gamer word.
Yeah, believe me. That's why I know so much about these games that we like every session we have. I have to
He has
listen
like-
to them
He has
over
like
and over.
3 times as all this play when he doesn't check for me saying things I shouldn't, and then when he's actually editing.
Yep.
Oh no, I was rewatching the stream the other day, and it was just at the beginning, player warning advised, or discretionary warning advised, whatever.
Yeah,
The
that
one
that
where
was,
we were super raunchy.
yeah, I literally just took the fucking audio clip of, viewer discretion is advised. Continuous dirty jokes and other things like that. Not for the faint of heart. And I took that audio clip.
Content might not be suitable for all children.
Yep, I just took that and I shoved that at the very beginning of the episode.
Yeah, it's super abrupt out of nowhere. It's just here you are.
Yeah, I do that now and again, but it's just a lot better to do it like that. It's especially funny because it goes from that where it's like we're all kind of loud and laughy, and then it just jump cuts to immediate like near silence as I'm getting everything set up.
Dun dun. The Law and
Anyway.
Order thing. Yeah, no. Are we all ready?
I believe so.
Okay.
I would
I'm
give
ready.
you the thumbs up, but
God damn it. Yeah, no. Let's get back into it.
You really are all thumbs, aren't you?
sometimes.
Also,
Um,
Noah, you're no longer in Roll20.
Am I not? Why?
There you go.
Yuppe.
Oh, hello.
I think your
It-
Roll20 just like timed out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, why does it say pupe?
That's his new name.
Yeah, the new
Oh,
character.
Yeah, I think
Just watch Arby start calling him pube.
God damn it.
Please
God.
do.
Pieux
Please.
in French. Pieux in French just means stinky. So you'd just be calling him stinky.
Pepe Le Pew.
I mean, he's
It-
made out of mushrooms.
No, just pube.
Uh,
You know, like the hairs on your balls. You know, pube.
Oh, God.
I'm very aware, yes.
What? You guys got that? So weird. Mine hasn't come in yet.
Anyway.
Okay.
Um,
So yes, as the night drags on, Minthro decides not to spring her plan to reassemble her arms
I was mainly focusing on one.
on one of her arms.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Put up a fight with one arm.
I think you technically could put up a fight with one arm.
Yeah.
It just means that you wouldn't get your multi attack. You wouldn't get well,
Yeah, I
you would
wouldn't
get
get my
two attacks a
bonus
turn.
action. Yeah.
You would get 2 attacks a turn, but you wouldn't get your bonus action because it's a simple weapon.
Yep.
Which I believe Yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but that attack, since you don't have the duelist feature, because you're not a fighter or haven't taken the fighting initiate feat,
Yeah.
that third attack doesn't have your proficiency bonus.
Oh shit! I forgot to give myself a feat.
God.
God damn
I
it,
don't even
Noah.
think I leveled up RB.
Nope. He's level 6.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I didn't
Jesus.
give myself anything
What would make sense?
from
What would make
leveling
sense?
up, so.
Watch me just eat myself whole.
While they're doing that, Brooks, like, pretty much after getting fed, he would have pretty much just curled himself up at the bottom of the barrel and just tried to, sleep.
Mm-hmm. As you curl yourself up at the bottom of the bucket, you find yourself, this water is remarkably clean, and you, as an axolotl, and most fish folk, have very good eyesight underwater. As soon as you dunk your head underwater, you can see in the grain of the wood. You could have sworn it was like somebody's face for a second before it kind of like curls up and gnaws itself back into the normal texture of the wood.
Brooks just to himself. Oh, great. Now I am going crazy.
What the fuck? Fuck is this?
Yeah. Seeing that, he would barely even bat an eye and just continue to curl up and go to bed. Not even deigning to contemplate what it was, because for all he knows, it could just be whatever the fuck he caused earlier.
Could be, yes. Yeah, no. Is that all you're doing this evening?
Yep.
All right. You can remove a level of exhaustion because you basically have rested all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I got my feet picked out. I think this one would make sense. All right.
Poisoner.
Ah, no, yeah, I'll do that one. I was gonna do mobile. I forgot that's the one I was gonna do. I was gonna do mobile. I was like, yeah, you know what? Works with assassin. It makes sense that he can shimmy out of things.
I'm
Poisoner.
dying. I'm
Poisoner.
dead.
What is a P? Where does that come in the alphabet?
P.
J K L
After O.
O P P. Got it. All right.
Jesus Christ.
No,
Yep.
no, I get it. I totally sympathize with anybody who has to say the alphabet to, know the next letter, because that's me. I do that all the time.
I can't say that. Who here can say the alphabet backwards?
No.
Sorry, I never got
No.
stopped
No.
for drinking and driving, so no.
I never got beat up in school, so no.
True, I did the beating.
Beating off. Okay, I'm going to horny jail. I'll be back.
I'm sure your teachers really liked you for that.
Me? For beating up
I
kids?
bet you got plenty of. Oh
Okay.
no, for getting some good A's in all your classes for beating them. No whacking them.
Oh, God.
Beating him off.
Whacking and bracking and
Okay,
smacking.
enough.
Oh boy, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just the ending of spring break that's got me this way. Anyways, yes, no, you all are, spending the evening around in this circle of barbed wire as guard patrols come in and out. Yeah, no, is there anything that you would like to do, Pupe?
He's just gonna kind of like look around, looks kind of just chilling, and they're gonna notice like a a dead bug on the ground, and like some dead leaves, just leaf litter. Just kind of look to see if any of the other people are watching, and they're gonna place their hand over it, and just black tendrils are just gonna come down, grab it all up, and like it just vanishes, like not vanishes, but like degrades in their hand, and then the black goo is gonna slip back into their hand. Just look around like nothing happened. And
Oh
then
God, I've
rub their
completely
stomach.
forgotten.
Just rub their stomach like that was a good meal.
What the hell are you?
Arby comes over. What the fuck? I actually want you to roll me a perception and then a stealth check to achieve this
Okay.
action.
Okay.
Okay.
Me
Hey,
stealth
Adam,
check?
can you roll my perception?
Not you, James.
Oh.
Okay, so you want me to do both perception and stealth?
Yes, you are looking out to see if anybody is watching.
Up to 60 feet away.
Up to 60 feet away.
No further than that. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you about that. How perception checks would work with this character, since, I'm blind outside of 60 feet.
Yeah, that is true.
So Chunky and I were
It's
thinking
still, I believe that regardless of blind sight, it's just another form of sight. You can still be fooled, and you just have a limited radius of what you are near certain of. So
Okay.
60 feet is a long distance. I don't think that you should just get advantage for every time you roll it. So
Not advantage. No,
No.
I just mean like we were thinking like disadvantage on anything that's like disadvantage on like anything outside of 60 feet is what I was wondering about.
Yeah, because at that point he's just relying on sound and smell.
yeah, yeah. Let's go with that. We'll go with anything beyond that 60-foot radius. Or was it 60 feet?
Yes.
Yeah, 30,
60-foot
30
radius.
clearly, out to 60 like kind of
Rough.
fuzzy, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So disadvantage so it should be disadvantage beyond 30 feet.
Disadvantage beyond
and
30 feet.
Yeah, and beyond
Okay.
60, you just can't see it.
Okay, yeah, that's what we were thinking. Okay, with anything that has to do with sight, like type stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So since this is a 30 radius sphere, I don't think that you really need to roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
So
Well,
that 12
I
should be fine.
roll
And
things. So,
then a stealth check to see how well you snatch up them leaves and eat them good.
and bug.
And bug, yes.
Still have the question.
Jesus
What
Christ,
is
plus 8. Fuck.
He's a
Expertise,
marionette
baby.
doll that has
Holy shit.
fungus in it. Mushrooms.
I'm a living
Fun.
slime mold.
Nice.
Oh, slime mold. We'll get into it. Semantics. Nonetheless, yeah, 19 on the stealth. Plus 8
Yeah,
expertise.
no, I think that exceeds basically everyone's passive perception.
Cool.
So yeah, you eat it without anybody really noticing, even the guards.
Man, I wonder what would happen if I engulfed someone.
Yeah, I wonder too. How am I gonna rule that? Yep. Sounds
a grapple check with damage over time, like every round.
probably.
Mm.
Anyways, we'll figure it out later.
I'm putting the spores of my ideas into your mind.
Oh, you know how much I love mushrooms.
Dude.
Yeah. So
Does his
Speaking
spores
of-
work on Arby?
That
I mean, if you'd like to talk to Arby, you could try.
It says it doesn't specify anything about constructs last time I checked. But we'll figure that out. Anyway, yeah, I consume.
Yep. You sure eat.
Mm.
Doing anything else?
No, they're just kind of chilling, just vibing, singing, just kind of singing songs in their head to themselves, like practicing like a song idea that they came up with.
Okay. What about you, James? What is Arby up to?
Are we drawing in the dirt with his finger?
You don't have a hand.
You've been disarmed
I don't have
in
a
the most
hand.
literal
Oh,
sense.
literally?
Quite literally.
Your
He's
hands are currently
scooting your-
detached on your back.
He's gonna be booter scootering around on the ground to draw.
Kid,
Yes.
this is
Oh,
stupid,
your
but can you
feet.
just roll me a performance check? I just want to see how well this turns out.
Draws the Mona Lisa.
With disadvantage, obviously.
Oh,
So
and the
Kind
performance.
of lose some of your balance when you don't have your arms.
spores don't work on constructs. Warforged, I'm not so sure.
I mean, you can always try.
Yeah.
So roll
I
performance
roll?
with
Disadvantage.
Yep, performance. Well, that sure is 7.
Nice.
What does a 7 look like, Chief? It's not like
He was trying to like
outstanding.
draw a smiley face, but it just looks like a circle with smears on the inside.
Okay,
It's not
yeah.
a full circle. It's like a really lopsided oval.
I love that. I love him. All right, yeah. Yeah, so anybody Bricks, do you want to do anything other than sleep the day away?
Nah, he's fucking.
Vibing.
Yeah, he's done. Like at this point, he's not gonna worry because what can he do? He is now trapped in the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
He's in one of his favorite places, but he's trapped in the bucket. Like it's not much he can do, and he's just so mentally done that I think at like some point he would like kind of try to figure out like kind of poke and prod at the bucket just to see if like what he saw last night was actually a fucking thing.
Yeah. From what you can tell, it isn't an actual thing.
Yeah.
As upon any kind of investigation, there's really nothing there.
Yeah. And that's that. Like he would just kind of, doze in and out of the like in and out of consciousness in the bucket for a while.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I just love to imagine seeing the goblins just turning their heads and just seeing Arby just scooting around on his ass in circles.
They're like, you see one of them turn to the other and say something in Goblin. You can't really understand it. And another one does the exact same thing.
They're just like, yo, check out
Arby,
this plan.
Arby's like turns his head a whole 90 degrees just to stare at him, and then his display turns from his smiley face into a middle finger.
God,
They gotta-
thank God's Arby is back.
They kind of shrug and then just continue to guard the perimeter.
Minthro,
yes.
where is Bricks?
In the buckets carried by the doll.
Why is there a doll carrying Bricks?
He's the one that was assigned to it, I think. I don't know. Why do you want
Arby's
to
just
talk to
gonna
him about
turn-
something?
Yes. Arby's gonna turn. Booter Scooter's way as close as he can. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
doll.
Pupae is just gonna turn and look at him.
Come here.
Shrugs,
I need to
It-
speak
it
to the
shrugs.
amphibian in the bucket.
nods, and just starts booter scooting over to you.
Oh my god. No, we have 2 of them now.
Okay.
Doll, what's your name?
Looks, sticks out. they're gonna stick out their hand and like grab onto your leg, and a small amount of black like goop is gonna slither out and then start going up your body, looking for ways to get in. Um,
A bit
are those
invasive there.
are those ports waterproof or?
um,
I
you
think
do.
his microphones, like where he gets his audio in, I don't think that they're waterproof.
It's like it's like the stupid like the Apple Watches the feature. It like shouts at you to like shouts static at you to get water out of the speaker.
Yeah,
Awful.
but it's gonna like slither into like your speaker.
Are
And
you attempting coitus with me?
I mean, no. But it's just gonna start like slithering around, trying to find a place to connect. It's good.
No, no, say it. You're trying to find a place to enter him.
No. It went in through the speakers, and it's now like looking for like a thing to connect to.
So it's oral.
I don't know if like you have.
I'm in hell. Thank
Do
you.
you have a? Does Arby have a CPU?
Real quick
Probably.
question. Would you have like some kind of? Do you think you would have some kind of like very very limited blind sight through these spores?
Probably.
Okay.
I'd say yes.
Probably
Yeah.
like a
Norman
3-4 inch.
He
Blind
saw
sight.
me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you'd have like a very very limited form of blind sight. Maybe like, yeah, like up to like 6 inches and 3 inches super well.
Yeah. 'cause,
We'll
like,
say that's because that's basically just the smaller version of your regular blind sight. Yeah, no. As soon as you like enter through the microphone and start heading to where like the brain should be, you do find something akin to a brain. It's similarly like wrinkled, but it's clearly, how do I put this? It's similar to a brain, except if you like divided the brain into sections that it could grow around. Like, you kind of think of like sticks of RAM are put parallel to each other, but brain has grown around it.
good
'Cause
enough for me.
That's kind of what you see.
Good enough. That's good enough. It's gonna attach and like kind of and then you'll just hear, hello, testing. Can you hear me?
Hey, Pupe, can you roll me a con save real quick?
Sure. Well, I'm a little worried on.
You're
the
in
line.
Arby's brain right. I don't think it's the safest place.
You stuck
Con
in the wrong socket.
Whoa, where did that +4? Let's get off of here. So.
Oh, guidance.
Guidance, yeah.
Yeah. It auto applied it. So 60.
Yeah, there's global modifiers on that sheet. You can click to turn it off.
Oh, is that why those are all there? Okay.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah.
I just missed that one. I've been going through deleting them.
They're really useful, actually, especially if you're going to be a bard using bardic inspiration.
I can add them back. Oh, just like turn it on and off. Okay.
Yeah, there's little like boxes to check. Well, you're going to take 4 lightning damage for like the briefest second before you're fine and you've mellowed out and you interface with this thing.
As it gets shocked, you just see Pupae just kind of like start to like seize up a little bit and then stop, and then they're just like, "Can you hear me? Hello? Testing."
I hear you.
Oh, perfect. You figured this out really quick. But yeah, you want to talk? You said you want to talk to the amphibian. Well, yeah, I can do that for you. Also, my name's Pupae. What's yours?
Not my buddy.
Hi, my name is Arby. You said your name was Pube?
Pupae, yeah.
What does that mean?
I was told by an old elven friend of mine that it's doll in Elvish.
Understood. What are you here for?
Oh, just like everybody else. Got caught.
You got caught doing what?
Existing? I don't know. I think I was having lunch at the time.
That sucks.
Yeah, it really does. But hey, I got to meet a lot of new friends here.
Where are these friends?
Oh, everyone else who's chained up. By the way, everyone's all connected. You can speak to everyone with your everyone else the way we're speaking now. Just think your thoughts at a specific person, and bing, bang, boom. There you go.
Hello.
Don't ask me how
Bricks?
it works. I'm not sure.
Bricks, hello. Bricks.
What?
I think this pube thing. Dick Squirtus with me. Now I can talk to you in your head.
It's not what it was, but okay.
Did he do it without your permission, Arby?
Kind
No,
of.
please.
Well, then feel free to punch him in the face.
He doesn't have a hand.
Understood.
Bruce doesn't know
Arby's
that
gonna
he's in the bucket.
Arby's gonna attempt to headbutt Pube.
Roll me an
Since he
unarmed
doesn't have
attack at
arms.
disadvantage.
Breaks your porcelain nose.
I said it was dead, but not screwed.
I don't know.
Do 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 do.
Then put it on Twitter.
Do 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 do.
Sorry, I forgot I was in charge of him.
Oh no!
Damn.
I don't.
This
I
whole
don't
time
believe-
sitting here.
Yeah, no one said anything.
I don't.
I thought you were
believe
doing
a
it.
7 does not hit. Correct.
No.
No.
Yeah. I think
Not
your
even
current
without my armor.
Yeah. Well, without armor, it's just 10 plus your dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, wait, I forgot. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's probably insanely high. Okay.
Did you forget the stats I rolled?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, all 12s except for a 10 and a 13, buddy.
Oh
Yep.
God.
Yeah, his stats are. Well, I wouldn't say horrid. They're mediocre.
I'm average all around.
Pretty
But
much.
memes of the dungeon, that's basically what's crawling into everybody.
Oh boy.
Hey, Bricks.
Lovely.
Parasite from anime.
Yeah, so maybe.
From anime.
From anime Parasite.
Do you know where the egg is at?
Didn't no one have it?
He did, yes.
Well, then it's with Alwyn, wherever the he is.
Just starts screeching like an unholy screech, and then screen clicks
R2D2
back,
screaming.
and then just clicks back to the fucking smiley face. Like, well, guess we gotta find him now.
I don't think the R2D2 scream conveys how much like pain is in this voice when you scream.
Did Alan fucking die out there? What the hell happened?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Fuck. Yeah, fuck if I know.
Yeah, believe me. No idea where Alwyn is. Last thing I remember before getting caught was we blasted away with Thunderstep, and then we were on the ground.
Covered
I
in
remember
nets.
that. It was kind of fun. Your
That
slow
is not
motion
what I
one
used.
struggled to drag me.
That was not
I
the
went
word
limp
I
on
was
him.
expecting, is it?
Glad one of you two enjoyed it.
I almost forgot that Arby just went completely limp and just had the goblin drag him.
Yeah, how did they do that, by the way?
I imagine like
What-
4 of them just kind of walked up and grabbed like sections of his arms and just started
I
dragging.
believe, if I'm
A
not
rope around the
mistaken,
neck.
you were captured by warg riders. So they'd probably throw nets on you and have the wargs drag them.
Or that.
Yeah. So. Anything else happening tonight? Yes, no?
Nope. Brooks
Okay.
is not gonna worry about anything. Like he is just in pure like. I wouldn't call it like catharsis, because he is not cathartic right now, but just complete emotional numbness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're gonna so I'm not gonna go on a day-by-day basis. That would take way too long. I just need to know, is there anything that you guys are planning throughout the weeks of travel that you're going to be taking?
There wouldn't be
Uh,
any chance of us riling up to fight off, is there?
I mean, you can definitely try. I'm not gonna say no, you can't try and
The
run
problem
away.
is our charismatic character is depressed right now.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like you got to remember with him, with Bricks right now, he is virtually useless. Oh, that is actually one thing, Aaron. Every day, Bricks would just like let magic do whatever his magic do whatever the fuck it wants. He would not like hold it back or anything. So basically, he would be tempting fate with tides of chaos at any chance he could.
Okay. We'll say you get one of those a week.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah, like I'm not.
This
I'm,
would take forever if we do it day by day.
yeah, I'm just saying.
No,
Like,
I say
And
go
plus,
for it.
I'm not gonna ask you to roll like 15 dice in a row just to see if you hit one nat 20. So yeah.
yeah, basically Brick. Well, also the thing is, right? Like it's Brick's using his magic that causes the most stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was definitely not going to say, oh, I get one a day type. It would very much be like, he is just sitting there, not like if his magic starts to do something, it's not him holding it back anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, if you guys want to plan something, because you guys are gonna have about, I believe, it's a month walk.
So 15 days? Or
A
20,
month
15.
is five 5 weeks of 5 days.
Oh, so
So
25.
that would be 25 days. No, yes,
Yes.
it would be 25. Right?
Yes.
Let me
5 times
look at the
5.
calendar I made.
5 times 5.
No, sorry, it's 5 day 6 5-day weeks, so 30
Oh, it's still
is
30.
a month. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you will have 30 days to do something if, you'd like. You guys can go ahead and plan your scheme, and then we can basically go into like not necessarily what's it called? Like a heist movie. It's not flashbacks. It's like flash forwards technically, where they're
Yeah.
planning things and then it flashes forward. There are also a couple NPCs that you can use. Yeah, I don't think you've asked their names, so I can't really give them to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just need some big NPCs to sit around the roads where I can reattach the arms.
you can type them to me.
Yeah, I can.
I think after like the first week, Bricks would finally like kind of start to come out of his funk.
Yeah.
But like definitely that first week, he is almost completely unresponsive inside that bucket.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in between how pissed off Throw is and then Arby just being Arby, we'd cause a lot of problems for the goblins. Just in general.
In general.
Yeah.
Kind of love that. Thank you.
Like kicking rocks at him or something.
Quick question.
Yeah.
If Brix was able to touch Arby, he would probably be able to cast Dragon's Breath on him, right?
I don't have my focus. I can't cast anything.
And we're all gagged and
Yep.
bound, so any hand or vocal movements are impossible.
Yep.
Well, not impossible. I'm sure with
Very
Chief. It, you and I both
Your
know,
voice.
Noah, that you and I both know that with enough effort, you can chew through any kind of gag.
Ha! I'll ask you about it
What?
later. I'll ask you about
What do you
it later.
mean? We've got kids at camps chew on wood stick.
That's true. You're right.
They
my bad.
easily chew through it within the week.
Okay, yeah.
It's
did-
not
I
even a
did
full
it.
week, too.
I did
did
it.
it too.
I did not chew through mine. Alright. I kept mine all nice and handy.
I did not.
Wow. Look at you being one of those rebellious kids. How dare you not be accept your gag willingly?
Now, hear me out. What would happen if I was to cast Reduce on Bricks and tell him to go do something?
Are you asking that to me or?
Yeah, like cause a distraction to where we can all revolt.
So, you need to be in your suit and remind me, does Reduce have the, is it touch?
No.
I think it's just verbal.
It's just verbal. Okay.
Let me look.
It does have a component.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So it is verbal, somatic, and material.
Yeah,
So
never mind.
currently you wouldn't have
I
any
thought
of the
it was
components.
erasability, so I didn't even think about it.
Yeah. It is. Well, the thing is, right? Mint does have their focus because it is throw.
Yeah, and can I detach my arms from the actual unit because it's not like they're doing anything?
Mm-hmm.
The
Sorry,
main issue is the somatic.
I can talk normally.
That is true.
Yeah. The verbal and material are dealt with. It's the somatic that Mint has issue with.
Because you don't have the arms to make the motions.
Correct.
I could cast Fairy Fire, no problem. It's only verbal.
I mean, if you were to, do that to Bricks, like, he would probably be willing to try something. It's just the issue is Bricks is currently completely useless.
Imagine how I feel.
You have the possibility.
If I leave my suit I can't cast magic. If I'm in my suit, I can't cast magic because my suit's disabled.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right? You have the ability to fix your suit if given a distraction. I don't have my focus, and as far as I'm aware, it's back at Goblin main camp.
I would need a long distraction. Like, I'm assuming that's a short rest.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so pretty much we're all kind of up shit creek without a paddle.
Oh, little doll, can you do a performance?
What
They
kind of
like your
performance?
dancing.
What? I can see. I'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll add some, you know, drum steps to it too. You know, get some beats going by, patting myself a little. Whatever. If you don't mind me
Okay.
asking, why?
I need a distraction.
Sounds good to me. All right, give me just a little bit, and
Bricks from
Okay.
inside the bucket is just like, alright, is anybody else going to possibly help with this? Or is it just going to be the doll thing?
I would put out a message through the doll's web, whatever, that we are planning something. So either help us out or get out of our way.
all right.
Okay.
All right. If anyone else is gonna help, all right. So performance check. I'm gonna go like.
RB, do the drums with your feet.
So I'm going to need well, firstly, RB drums would be the help action. Do you have a higher performance than Coupe?
Your performance is +1.
Mine is +4.
Gonna be a new.
Okay. So no. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna look for something pretty high, because just dancing out of nowhere could quite clearly be a distraction.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking for high numbers. Get them stonks right up there.
All right. We'll see what I can do. Hold on. I'm stretching before I roll. All right.
This was just something I said. I didn't plan on it being our first go-to plan, by the way.
Oh,
Well-
okay. Like we, if this is still
But
the
if
planning
we-
stage,
But if we feel like it, let's go.
you know what?
I think
Fair
this
enough.
is planning stage. I think this is planning stage, please.
Nah.
Okay.
See, the thing is, Pupe has already gotten up and walked away.
And
Go
RB
get
Full
would
the-
send.
be the same
Full
way.
send.
Yeah, that's what was going through my head whenever you said you got up. It was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think Brix's bucket is still sitting next to Mint, and Brix just looks over to Mint and just through the fucking shit. This is not gonna end well.
I mean, you can always try. You can always say, "Hey, wait, stop." But this is telepathy we're talking about here.
Un momento, por favor, you doll. Please, no.
Oh no, you don't want me to?
Not right now.
Yes. Dance
All
for
right.
us.
Then-
Dance.
No, don't dance where we are.
Oh,
It could
you want to
cause...
see it? You want to see
No.
a dance, RB? And it's just
No.
in RB's mind appears like a small version of Pupe, and
He's doing the
it-
default
it's
dance.
just doing it's default dancing.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I want to imagine if you stop focusing on it, it just goes to T-pose.
Oh man.
Okay. So yeah, that's maybe the first part of your plan.
Yeah, and I would get some of the other people to help you. You say that they're your friends.
What do you need them to do?
Help you with the distraction. Cover for me to get my arms functional to where I can cause the distraction for people to get to weapons.
How long would you need this distraction to go for? I mean, they're not, they are basically just like everybody else. They'll get bored of something after a while.
I need an hour.
An hour. Oh. If I had my instrument, that'd be a lot easier, but an hour of just dancing.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
Since I've been in the bucket, I imagine at some point I would have poked my head out. Would I be able to get a better idea of how many goblins are running around?
Yeah, just roll me a perception check, Chief. Perception.
17.
Woohoo. Yeah, with a 17. Yeah, no. It can be a little disorienting at times, but you think you have a pretty solid idea on how many goblins are in this caravan. And oh boy, there are about 50. Now, keep in mind that 50 is not always around you guys. They're when you're traveling, there's only about like 10 of them around you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because, you know, it's a caravan. It's not just you guys that they're taking. They're also taking other goods and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, during most rests, you're guarded by maybe from anywhere between 10 to 15 goblins at any one time. But you know that when it's usually reduced down to about 10 whenever you're traveling.
Yeah. So Bricks would definitely like give that information to everybody else. You know, we're dealing with about 50 goblins.
I should also say there is the war machine as well.
Yeah, which the war machine is probably our biggest issue.
I completely forgot about that thing.
Yeah.
Giant enemy spider.
So yeah, we have
The spider that betrayed
50
me.
goblins to deal with. And, you know, that. So and I think about a max of 15 guarding us at a given time. Yeah, this is not gonna be good, to say the least. How many slaves are with us?
It was 22. 5 were left at base camp for whatever reasons. You're not sure.
Yep.
So, you know, 17, right? Am I counting right?
So
Yeah, 17.
okay, so 17 v 50. Lovely. This yeah, they outnumber us 2-1. Eh. Oh. This is not gonna end well for us. Like we
Makes sense.
we can try. Believe me, I want out of this as much as everybody else, but I don't know how well it's gonna work out.
I mean, if we go over a cliff or something, we could all just try to jump and hope we survive.
Is there a cliff near here?
Hell if I know.
You're all chained together when you travel.
I know.
Yeah, and what's your point?
I said hope you survive.
Oh my god.
Think about us all being chained together. That as soon as we go over, we have a lot of people closer to us to like use this like landing pads.
What if you're the first ones down?
We wouldn't be.
And you're gonna convince everybody to jump. So they jump first.
No, we push them.
We're
I've
also
already drop
chained
kicked
to the
someone. I'll
war
drop
engine.
kick some more.
They're also chained to the war engine, so it's gotta be
sure. I mean, how much do these war engines weigh? I'm sure we could, like, after a while. And if they're like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" We just go, "Oh, we slipped. One of us slipped, and we all went over." And then we hashed out the problems of pushing someone off a cliff later.
It's a flawless plan.
I want to point out I have feather fall. We just need to worry about that chain.
I mean, the thing is, Featherfall only affects up to 6 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if 6 people have feather falling, then all of us chained together. I'm just saying, it might slow us all down. At least
It would slow us
enough.
down significantly.
It's
That'd be like having paper bag on you.
or like the balloons in Up.
Oh, God. Okay. So... I hate you all.
You just hate the fact that you can't come up with anything better.
What kind of people are we... So we have the Minotaur woman. We have the fucking withdrawal dwarf. What else do we have?
Well, you do remember Pipe calling out somebody named Todd.
Yeah, Todd the troublemaker.
Yeah.
Todd the abused.
There seems to be a tall orc gentleman who seems to be at one point have had been very prim and groomed, but his hair has started to grow out and become disheveled. And mostly a variety of right now elves and humans, because that's the mostly what this forest is populated with 1 or 2 beast folk thrown in there for good flavor.
Lovely. We're a ragtag group of slaves trying to go against 50 goblins and a war machine. I am useless. Mint's useless until they can fix themselves. Great.
Watch, Arby just self-destructs.
So if I am to ever become useful, I need my staff back. As of current, I am about as useful as this bucket that I'm in.
Bucket gets up and walks away.
If
But
only.
no, that's your wild magic burst. The bucket walks away. You've awakened the bucket.
The bucket is now sentient.
That's your next character.
Bucket just has Tom Cruise faces.
Tom Cruise.
But yeah, no, so Bricks basically is just like, I want to try something, but I don't think anything is going to work. Because I don't think any of these people here are fighters of any degree. And the rest of us are useless. So it's basically like 1.5 v 50. Here.
I got fucking nothing.
Same.
So dancing it is what I'm hearing.
That's not
Pretty
gonna help us much. I don't know what's gonna.
Unless you got a cliff and some way to break a chain.
Actually, hold on a second.
I miss Baba.
Oh, poor Bubba.
So-
The arms of the angel
So,
fly away.
Chunky,
Yes.
or anyone actually. Bards,
Yes.
casting folk instrument, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
So you don't have your focus either.
Could it be any instrument?
Pick
It
up
is
some
a
spoons.
It is technically just any instrument you're
man, it is an
proficient in, I
instrument.
believe.
yes.
And-
You have to be
okay.
proficient in said instrument.
Okay, proficient is the big
So-
key.
And like some people will flavor it that it has to be a instrument that you're not proficient in but also familiar in. So by that
Ah.
I mean like, a lyre that you've been playing for years or, something like that. So
Or
that's
the magical instrument that you're attuned to.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Now
So I was
I
gonna
don't
say-
think in our case that'll be much of a thing, but for some
Yeah.
people it's like you can't just pick up any old lyre sitting around and be able to cast at full capacity.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, grass is an instrument.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? No,
It is.
James already
You
made
can
that joke. Yeah.
you can do a grass whistle. I mean, people
Yeah.
can. I don't know
You
about
can't.
moles, but
Yeah, you can't blow air out.
yeah, we talked about this. I know. At least Chunky and I did.
Yeah.
Combat wise, fuck.
We just need you to get some spores into the goblin guards and just have them freak out with nightmares.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Just torment them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So Aaron,
Yeah.
I need to ask, do I have access to my new stuff?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
But even still, warlocks still need something to focus their magic through.
Yes, but the main reason I'm asking is because my warlock focus would be something different than my sorcerer focus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Are you a caffeine sorcerer?
No, I don't plan
Coffee
on it, no. I do not plan on going down the coffee luck.
What?
What?
A coffee lock is somebody. It's the idea that you can perpetually take short rests to gain an infinite amount of sorcery points to dump into warlock spells.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because the concept is warlock spell slots refill on a short rest. So
Yeah.
and then you can use sorcerers sorcery point conversion into turning those spell slots into sorcery points to then turn those sorcery points back into sorcerer spell slots,
Okay.
which then allows you to just constantly cast at like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th level.
Which
Okay.
I'll tell you, Chief. Firstly, it's been confirmed by one of the who was it? Somebody that works for Wizards. I can't remember who it
the head
was.
of the ruling department.
They basically said that you can't have a coffee lock because there is a point at which you need to take a long rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
otherwise
You
start
can't
stacking
perpetually take
exhaustion.
short rests.
Yeah, you
Okay.
start stacking exhaustion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, the only way that would work is if at some point, or if you have something that allows you to get rid of points of exhaustion.
Okay.
Yeah. But that doesn't really pertain to this current situation.
No. But yeah, so I figured I'd ask because because I have stuff that could possibly be helpful if I had access to all of that.
So let me throw you kind of a little bit of a lifeline. You guys currently don't know where you're heading.
So
So
something about Fort something, right?
Yeah. You can either roll a history check to figure out if you know what that is. You could roll a nature check to figure out what direction you're currently going. The possibilities are endless.
I can roll the history. Might as well. Also
Okay.
use that for it.
Yeah, and
Nope, didn't hit.
this.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, tides.
Yep.
Okay, so 15 then. 15 will get you. You know it's a lot further north than you have been. You'd pretty much be going northeast, pretty much almost right up against Parson territory, which is it's the storm elves. They're technically wood elves, but they live in an oceanic climate, so it pretty much rains there all the time.
Mhm.
And the further you get to the coast, it becomes a temperate rainforest. And this area is known for its near constant, rain. So they just kind of been dubbed the storm elves.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're heading up that direction at least. I don't think Drix was in civilization when he was this far west. So I don't think that you would know the specifics of this keep.
Probably not, but I would at least know like kind of the environment.
Yeah. So yeah, you know that you're heading up to a place where it's very rainy. There's a lot of deciduous trees, open fields and such. You know that this particular area is actually pretty full of cliffs. It's not mountainous as much as it is pretty much like a sheer face of the world that just empties into a chasm. Like, you can kind of think of this as like Northern Ireland, I think, or Southern England, where it's pretty much sheer face cliffs, like the cliffs of Dover,
Yeah.
that just lead directly into the sea. It's pretty much that, but with rivers, streams, and other things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know what kind of environment you're headed into at least.
Yeah. So we're heading towards
Northeast.
We're heading northeast towards rainforest. Lots of rain. Lots of trees. So that might cause us ability to do something.
It would cut the ability for the spider to see us at least.
Yeah, a little bit. But the thing is, with that thing, like it will be able to tear down the trees fairly easily. Probably. So running would be hard. I don't know. I have nothing.
I am in the same boat.
Like, if I'm being honest, normally I try to hold back my magic. Trying to keep what I can at bay. But I'm just letting it go, seeing if, something might happen. I've I've got nothing right now.
Damn.
Pupae's just listening to this like, well then.
Pupae's hasn't tried to escape. They just kind of chill.
Would we be able to wrap this up kind of soon?
Yeah, we can. If you guys don't plan on doing anything, we can just skip to the next part.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Yeah, there's not a thing I can do.
No attempts at anything? Okay.
So you want to get beat?
Yeah. Well, with that,
You
can
literally
I
got two
have...
characters. No.
So you're going to be at this for 6 weeks.
Mhm.
That's
Damn.
still a large chunk of time. Can I have Bricks needs to roll, if he's not controlling it, it would be 6 tides things.
So 6 chaos checks.
Yeah, because you've decided not to hold anything back, and there's just an or not. Sorry, not a proc, a check.
Well, I get 1 for the tides anyway.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just look at that then. What is it?
I get another one.
That's 2.
2570.
2570.
Plus 2. Isn't that 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I get 2 more. All right.
Okay. So first things first.
2570.
During your first week of travel, Bricks, you feel immense pain as you see your toe begin to grow
My what?
What?
Your toe.
to the size of your foot, your big toe
God damn it.
grows to the size of your foot.
God damn it. All right.
I'm just gonna rule it. I don't think that you would have enough blood in your body to maintain that, so I think it like just kind of grows purple from blood loss and falls off at some point.
Oh, God.
But you're an axolotl. It'll grow back. You'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it grows back.
That's your first week.
Yep.
Okay, so 13, 30,
3370.
yeah. 33, 70,
78.
78. Hey, real quick, those gloves of spider climb,
Yeah.
are you wearing them on your feet?
I think I would have just put him, like, I wouldn't have them on. I'd probably have them, like, in a pocket or something. Since I was hiding them from the
Okay.
goblins.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to consider them gloves. Just so you know, once per day, the caster causes his shoes or boots to vanish.
God damn it. Alright.
I mean, that's useful for you. You don't really wear shoes.
Yeah.
What's the last one? 1138.
Yep.
Huh. Okay. That won't happen for a bit. But I do need to put it down.
Time bombs.
Yeah, I know. I've got so many time bombs.
I mean, you call them time bombs, but they just barely do anything at all. That's the reason why nothing happened. Okay.
Last time we didn't think anything of his proc, I fell in a hole.
Yeah, that is true.
The
Alright.
last time we didn't think anything of my proc, fucking James's character died to a fucking elemental.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Owlbert, I
Albert.
think is his name.
Albert.
Owlbert.
Albert.
All right, so weeks drag on. I'm sure each of you will take probably at least 2 levels of exhaustion throughout this entire trip because you are not given once a day to really rest.
Except for Bricks.
Except for Bricks. Yeah, that is true because you're just being carried around in a bucket.
Yep.
You fat bastard.
Yeah. So, yeah. The first week goes by. Really nothing happens, but Bricks, you start to see apparitions in the trees, like something running around in the trees during the first week. Nothing comes of it. You think it's probably just animals rushing through the brush, but it
Or his
really
own psychosis.
turns out to be nothing. Maybe psychosis. You're not dehydrated enough to think that it's from that, but no, you think that you are really just kind of losing it for a bit, but before the next week goes by, you start to see people peering at you through the woods. Anytime you try to bring it up to anybody else, either Minthro or Bupe or Arby, there seems to be nothing there, as if they've completely vanished whenever you point back at them. And this all culminates into one night within your last week of travel. You all find yourself, or just, sleeping, most of you on the ground, and at this point it's gotten pretty miserable as you found yourself in a more wet climate. So the ground is pretty much eternally muddy, and finding a good place to sleep is pretty hard to come by. But Bricks, you don't mind the water so much.
Nope, I'm enjoying it.
But regardless, you do find yourself in a similar state of unease, as any any attempts to show anyone the people in the trees has come up with nothing. So, as a result, you've kind of just given up on trying to show people anything about it until one night you can swear that this is a dream of some kind. It seems so, well, nice. Like, compared to your current situation, it's incredible. It's like you feel the first like tinge of sunlight upon your face that you've seen in a long while. The warmth of the sun kind of just, in a way, filling you with warmth, with a sense of excitement, ready to spring, like you're about to, you've been pent up for a long time, and you've gotten that chance to go outside and feel the sun on your face. But you find yourself kind of in this meadow. There's a singular tree atop a hill, surrounded by flowers and other just beautiful meadow creatures, butterflies, other insects. Birds chirp happily in the tree surrounding this area. And you find yourself confronted with just, even though you're of an entirely different species, you can tell that there is an ephemeral beauty emanating from this woman. She is standing underneath the tree, enjoying the soft summer breeze as it blows through. Um, and yeah, no, this is what you're kind of confronted with.
Rix is just looking around, and he just says out loud, "This is not the domain of Ravil."
And she kind of looks at you quizzically. No, of course not. No, 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 no. This is, well, I guess you would call it my domain, but as of late, my real domain is, well, it's suffered. But I've actually, that's why I've brought you here.
Rix kind of shifts a little bit, like shifts from one foot to the other. What do you want me to do for you?
As you shift back and forth, you feel the soft soil, the coolness of the soil, the moist soil just kind of chill out your feet on this warm summer day. And she says, I need you to reclaim my home.
The forest.
Yes.
The one that I caused to suffer as it has.
Well, I didn't know that you were the direct cause of it, but you seemed immensely powerful once you used my domain. At least you have strong friends as well.
I did not intend
Regardless,
for it to become as it has now. It is because of a blessing. Like, before it was kind of like a little bit of disdain. Now it is just full on hatred when he says blessing.
mm-hmm.
The blessing of Ravil.
Hi, I'm Marvy.
You say that with quite a bit of disdain, and she says, "Oh well, I'm so sorry that you've been stricken by this unfortunate curse. I'm very terribly sorry, but do you think you could use it for my sake? I'm not it's not that I'm not accustomed to forest fires. That's natural. It happens. But this is flat out conquering. It's the taking of our land that I take issue with. Is you see, I'll give you power. But first, I must get a few things from you. After all, I guess this is some sort of informal contract, but I'll just give you some of me, some of my natural charm, as she waves her hand through her hair as it dances across in the sunlight. My natural charm, of course, but more so my abilities. Do you think you could do that for me?
I'll do what I can. I am not sure what I will be able to do. I cannot control what Raville's power does all the time. But I will give you my word that I will do everything in my power to restore the forest as much as I am able. If I'm being
Oh,
honest, you are much. You have been much better of a person than Raville in giving me power. At least you have the decency to ask.
It's more so a gift from me, not that you have asked for it. You are fully and willing and able to say no, deny this power if you wish, but it may help you control that unpredictable nature of yours.
Any sort of control would be much appreciated. And as even if you had not asked, I would have tried to correct this. I hate what I have done to people. I've caused so much pain and agony. To try to correct it is something that I want to do.
Oh, you have suffered much, have you not?
My suffering is
Oh.
nothing compared to that I've caused on others.
Well, let's see what we can't do about righting those wrongs, and maybe you can put that suffering aside, find your own happiness. Okay, brave hero, I'll grant you my power. Brave hero doesn't quite sound right, does it?
Not for
I'm
me.
sorry, what what is your name? She giggles.
Bricks. Bricks the axolotl.
As soon as you say Bricks the axolotl, you see a more sinister smile cross her face as the trees around her begin not to burn, but resemble that of burnt trees. The field no longer lush and beautiful, the heat of the sun bearing down on the back of your neck. And that kind of wicked smile just doesn't sit right with you. And she says, accept these gifts and more, as you are abruptly woken up.
The fuck did you just agree to?
I made a deal with an archfey.
What kind? Why are did the trees burn because you woke up?
I want to know something. How is it that you burn down my home and then get the spirit of the forest to bless you?
I wouldn't call it a blessing, my friend. This is an archfey.
You never know. It could be a blessing.
Could be
You're,
something
Alright.
like the Traveler.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Throughout your weeks of travel, you finally find yourself upon a lone keep in the center of a large hill. You can see a large crack runs down one side of it, east and west. But you venture further towards the keep. It is large, not to be mistaken, but you expected something more, maybe like a castle, with the amount of people that you have. Although, I don't think you recognize how little it matters once you finally reach the gates. You are taken to the top of Stormhailed Prison.
Did they put my arms back on?
They firstly take you all, as the most magically inclined of ye, over to cell block D at the very back of the prison, the most isolated portion of the prison. I think it's to the far north lies your home for the next couple of sessions,
oh boy.
as
Fun.
you all are introduced to this next leg of the campaign, which is obviously gonna be a prison break, and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah!
Yay.
Somebody call fucking Morgan Freeman, baby. We're back at it.
Alright.
I had a bag with
I have
16
this-
bars of gold in it.
Yep.
And we can get it
have
back?
this currently
Hopefully.
revealed. This is what's currently revealed, showing you the pathway that you've taken through the prison. You have headed from the south north into the first chamber where you were all checked in. Then you headed up this hallway to the right through these doors. Most of you were separated into the big containment throughout here, though you four have been set to go through across this bridge into cell block D, where you here I've got a list of people who are in this cell block, and I don't think it's unreasonable for you to not know the other two here after spending a month walking with them. The Minotaur woman here to the top left, that is Chi-Chi Bellwether. Then you have Bricks in this cell, Minthro in this next cell.
Hell yeah.
The starting from left to right at the southern cells of this room, you have Pupe. Then you have Arby, and you have Wire, the dwarven
We had the strung out
drunk.
dwarf.
Where did Todd get sent to?
Todd is probably with the majority of people in the large cell block. You have cell block A right over here.
He was went
Yeah,
to
cell
the
block
stables
B.
for the work feeding.
Cell block B and cell block C is right over here.
Okay.
I will say that they probably have attached your armors back to you, both Arby and Minthro. So, yeah.
Nice.
See?
I
told
restrained
you,
myself
yours
from
was
blowing
bad.
off their head.
God. So it's a prison break, baby. Where's Morgan Freeman?
You're looking at him, the
Yeah,
drunk
baby.
dwarf.
Yeah, baby. I'm assuming we didn't get any gear back, correct?
Correct.
Cool.
So, I have a
So what's
question.
out this window?
Can I just
yeah.
die?
Here, I can show you, reveal a bit of that area so you kind of know what's going on. You're facing out a cliff.
Oh, that's not nearly as bad as I
There's-
thought it was going to be.
Chief, this is like a 40-foot cliff.
That's still not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
At least it's not
Chief.
sharks.
Yeah, fair. It's not Alcatraz.
So, jokes on
Yeah,
you,
you
Aaron.
see, I was expecting to see like giant tentacles coming out of the depth or something.
Jokes on you, Aaron. I have 24 hours of playtime in The Escapists.
Oh my god.
We'll go over your actual introduction into this prison next time we convene.
Okay.
But as for now, yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's our world.
Yes.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Did I receive anything after the dream with the druid? Or with the lady?
Yeah, where is it? I'm glad none of you actually see me in person do this. I have I look like a madman just going through so many fucking notes. It's not healthy. I really should consolidate them one of these days. Ha cha cha cha. Cha cha cha. Yes, you do. You have what is it? A gnarled wooden pendant in the shape of a tree. I swear I can read my own handwriting. Yes, officer, I can read my own handwriting. Understand that
I'm really
he's
happy.
a warlock
Okay.
spell focus.
Yep. So I can
And
only cast
that-
my warlock spells.
Yep.
I'm
You
really
guys hear
happy
me?
that I took Vortex Warp. Yeah, James.
Yes.
Good night.
Night.
Okay. Yep. We'll call it there for tonight.
Also, Aaron, I'd like to point out, Pupe is not a Pupe. Yeah, he's not. I'm gonna have to work on my French now. It's not trying to hide the fact that he's a doll. That's very obvious.
Yeah.
It's just when he ate those leaves and bugs, he wanted to make sure nobody was seeing him do it. Because
Yeah.
he was just hungry. You know, it's like when someone's embarrassed to like eat, you know, something some people would think is gross, like but people who for some reason.
No, not okay. I do not condone this behavior.
So
Alright.
when is Brick going to die and get replaced by a Warforge? Whole party.
So,
I'm not a Warforged.
Here's something close.
Close enough.
all right,
yeah.
everybody, say bye to stream.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye. Don't die. Have fun.
All right, everybody, later.